Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. It's Saturday afternoon, and you know what that means. This is GTRC, and we're back with some more great championship racing here for you this afternoon or this evening, depending where it is that you're viewing from. So, welcome. We're here with the GT3 Series Championship today, and we're round 6, so we're at the halfway point of the season. And today's a little bit of a different race. We're going to have a 90-minute endurance race today, and it's going to be at Deep Forrest Raceway, and there's no tire mandate for this race. The drivers can use whatever tires they want on the race cars. The fuel and the tire wear do remain at 3 times fuel and tires. So every time the drivers go around the racetrack, for a full racing lap here is 3 laps in fuel and 3 laps in tire wear per lap. That's what that means, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that aren't sure what we're talking about there. So welcome, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this race today. We got a big field of drivers here today, and a notable mention here today, and a driver to look out for, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be TPC Pidgems. We saw him last week in the Sylvia GT4 Championship as a fill-in, and he had great pace. He's here in the GT3 Championship as well today, getting his feet wet with the GT3 Championship, and he's looking very quick here today. So he's going to be a top contender here today, so mark my words, Pidgems is one of the guys to look out for here today as well. And a little twist, we're missing our championship point standings leader here as well, ladies and gentlemen, in Doug. So a couple of little juicy switches here up for the race today. So that really does change everything, unless Doug shows up here last minute. And I don't see him. He's going to miss the race here today. So we're going to switch over screens. Aha, there we go. We got the right screen this time. Alright, so the guys are just practicing here. We got about 2 minutes before they're going to start qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see the lobby change. We'll come back into spectator mode. The guys will have 10 minutes to qualify, so basically they'll get about 5 or 6 laps around the racetrack. We'll see all the drivers park at the end of this corner. They're coming through here right now. This is turn 1. And then we'll start the race, and it's a 90-minute endurance today. So strategy is most certainly going to prevail today without a question of a doubt. Let's get you guys some game sound here. All right. So I don't know what we're in for today. We're in for a good race. That much I can tell you. It is going to be it's going to be a fight all the way to the end, I think, here today. Just based off the driver field here today, I think that some of our top standing points drivers are going to be in for a good fight here today. So it should be fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens here today. But here we go. As we were just saying, they're going to reset the lobby, so this is what's happening here. So now it's going to be time for qualifying. So we'll have a 10-minute qualifier, and then we're going to kick this 90-minute bad boy off. So welcome, everybody. We got Gabriella coming in with the thumbs up over on GT45 Facebook. We see you. Much love. Appreciate all that support. We got a viewer over on the YouTube here as well. So hello to the viewers on GTRC YouTube and, of course, GT45 Gaming YouTube. I am your host for this evening, GT45 Gaming, and can't wait to bring this race to you. I've been looking forward to this all week. It's just a really good field today. We had a little bit of a confusion in the drivers here, so the officials are just resetting the grid here. Tell your friend, the lobby host, I didn't know it was a closed lobby. Sorry for that. You're good, Justin. You're good, bro. I explained to him that you popped in because you're one of the guys on the page here. No worries, my dude. You're good, my man. You're good. You're good. You're good. It happens, all. It's all good, man. It's all good. They appreciate you wanting to come in and race, that's for sure, my man. And I told them you were a good racer, so. But they do have a full field today, so we're just missing one driver. So the quality has started, so we should have cars on track here now. There we go. So speaking of Pidgems, this guy right here, he is a good driver, ladies and gentlemen. When I spoke to him in between the last week's race and this week's race, he said that he's not overly as comfortable in the GR3s as he is the GR4 cars, but I gotta tell you, seeing what I've seen so far today in practice, he's quick and he's smooth, and he's definitely going to be one of the guys to look out for here today. If anybody's going to put some pressure on these championship points leaders right now, it's going to be Pidgems, I think, today. He's in that Supra, not the easiest car to drive, as we all know here on GT7. He's a little hard on the tires, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles the 90-minute endurance race factor as well. But this guy's a racer. And it's going to be interesting to see how he handles things here today. We're going to stay with him because he is first out on track. And I guess we can actually bring up all the information during qualifying for you guys here too. So let us do that. Now there you guys can see where their laps are at and all this fun juicy stuff. I'm fantastic, Justin. How about you? How about yourself, my man? It's always a good day when we get to do some commentating. We love to commentate these awesome races. Much love, appreciate that like as well, my dude. Alright. We're watching lots of different channels here right now. We are streaming live on the GTRC YouTube as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do go to the YouTube, just type in GTRC and look for the logo that you see in the bottom right hand side of the screen, and when you find that GTRC, click on that link. And if you wouldn't mind going and subscribe to the GTRC YouTube channel, that'd be fantastic. We are in collaboration with the GTRC community. As a content creator and their commentator, I'm doing everything I can to help the league grow, to get more interest in the league so we can have bigger championships over here at the GTRC. They want to grow, they want to put more guys on track, so if you guys could head over and smash a sub on the YouTube channel for me, that would be absolutely fantastic, and I super appreciate it. And if not, it's all good. You're still here, you're supporting it, you're here watching, and that's all that matters. Hey baby, hey Schmaxy, what's up Jake? Coming to watch one of your competitors in GTC, are you? Pidgems is he's going to enter the World Cup here as well, so look out, my boy. This guy can drive. This is Swiss. Well, these boys got 90 minutes here today, so 126.636 by Pidgems here. And I see a 126.476 on the timing board, so my timing is a little bit off here. We got Bar currently sitting in P2, got Ibra in P3, we got Anto in P4, we've got, Anto dropping a spot, his Air Razor jumping up into P4, we've got Tron in 6, we got Magic Man in P7, he's stepping in today, we got 750 in P9, we got Happy Pappy in 10, we got Lone Ghost stepping in today as well in P11. We got Bufu Shidara, we know he's quick, and there we go, we just see him jump up in the provisional third there, so just as we're saying he's quick, he shows us how quick he is. We got SpongeBob here in P11, he's fairly quick too, so where else? And we got Monkey Mafia here in P14. Monkey Mafia told me earlier today that he's really been struggling in this first hairpin here, so let's see how he handles it. I gave him a couple of tips on how to get this car around this hairpin a little bit more comfortably and quicker. It looks like he's got it down there. That was a great job there. Great job, Monkey. Looking good, my dude. Again, the Porsche's a difficult car to drive here. Obviously, under braking, it wants to oversteer. The rear end likes to kick out on you, so there's kind of a little bit of a knack to this car to drive it. It's not easy, but if you get it right, man, does this car rip. So we're looking to see how Monkey Mafia handles that today. Hopefully, he's got it all locked in here now. Again, but as the tires do wear down on these R911 Porsches, they do get a little bit spicy. 126.267 now by Pidgeon, so he's pushing for the 125 mark there. He's looking pretty happy with that. I think he's just going to park it. He's like, you know what, I think I'm good here. So, Pidgeons is just like, yeah, beat it if you can, boys. So here we go, bar 27. Bar's at 126.5, so he's not too far off here. Now, bar 27, sometimes, good luck, hey, love you, Jake. Back to work, good luck, love you. Love you too, Jake. Always appreciate you coming in. Always appreciate our boy Jake coming in. Coming with that big juicy heart on stream as well. Tell your friend to love you. Oh, sorry, that's an old comment. Again, we're watching a lot of different channels here, so if I pause for a second, I'm just checking to make sure everything's running good on all the channels. Again, we are streaming on 3 different channels here today. We are on GT45 Gaming Facebook. So welcome to our Facebook viewers. We're also on the GT45 Gaming YouTube channel. Welcome to our YouTube viewers, and we're also live on the GTRC community YouTube channel as well. So welcome to our GTRC live viewers as well. Welcome everybody. And qualifying well underway here now. These guys are going to be about 3 or 4 more minutes, and that'll be it. It'll be race time. But Pidgeon's looking very strong here. Obviously 126.2. He's already parked it. He's just like, yeah, I think I'm good with that. Bar is still 0.3 of a second off here. Bufu Shidara. He was running pretty good in practice here too. He's only 0.2 behind Bar, and then we got a bit of a space. We got Ibra in P4. We've got Monkey Mafia now up into P5, so he's definitely starting to hook that Porsche up. We got SpongeBob now up into P6. We got Hair Razor in P7, and we know Hair Razor's a quick driver, obviously. If you've been watching the series all season long, we know he's always a competitor, so I don't think that's his best lap here yet. We got Anto in 8th place, we got Tron Colby in P9, we've got Magic Man in P10. Of course, this is all provisional, this is still yet to change. We've got Type R in P11, we've got Longos in 12th place, we've got Happy in 13th, and we've got 750 in 14th. So, like I said, we're missing Doug. And Doug is the current championship's point standings leader, so big implications here for the guys chasing Doug today as he's not in the race. These guys have a very big opportunity to gain valuable points. And Bufu Shidara is now up into P2, and Bufu Shidara is last season's main championship winner, of course, winning the GT4 series last season as well. So he is the defending champion in a sense here coming into this series. Got Dennis Miller coming in with the like and the share. My guy, how are you today? Dennis Miller, Miller Time Gaming over on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to go check him out. He is live all the time and great content. Go check him out. He plays lots of different types of sims, man, and getting into some other stuff too. So good variety of gameplay and content coming out of Miller Time Gaming, and big things happening over there. So definitely go check him out. Tell him GT45 Gaming says hi, and he sends you over. Appreciate everybody. So Pidgeon's in P1. He stopped. He took 2 qualifying laps. Went, yeah, I'm good. So everybody's still chasing. Bar's still in 3rd place. Monkey Mafia is now up into P4. So just losing to teammate Anto here in that BMW Z4. So Monkey Mafia is now down in 5. Ibra's in P6. We got SpongeBob in P7. Hair Razor down in P8. We got Tron in 9th, Type R in 10th, we got Happy Pappy in 11th, we got Magic in 12th, we've got Lone Ghost in 13th, and 750 in 14th, and you can see the guys are starting to finish up their qualifying runs here, so Boo's coming off track here as well, Bar is off track, looks like, and Monkey Mafia coming in with a P4, so he's looking really solid here today. He is getting that Porsche dialed in. We love to see it. This is going to be a spicy race today, Chad. This is going to be a fantastic race. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. So here we go. It looks like everybody's done. So this is going to be our lineup come race time. Hey, anytime, Miller Time. I appreciate all your support, my guy. Appreciate all your support day in and day out. Always in here, bringing your community over here. We love you over here at GT45, my man. So we're going to get underway, folks. That's it. It's race time. You can see it's a full start check here, so we're going to have to wait for those lights to go red. And then should be race time. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kick them tires, light them fires, let's go racing. Oh yeah, favorite part of the day right here is green and we're going. And unfortunately, we're going to be stuck in bad camera angles for a little bit here, guys, but we're off. We're with the leader. Bufu Shidara has got a quick lead here. And I believe Pigeons is right there. Let's find a better view. There we go. So you can see Pigeons there. He's a little bit of contact there between him and Ibra. Nothing too major. Both cars losing just a small amount of time there, but nobody losing the track there. So great job by both those drivers. But Pigeons dropping back quickly into P3. So Bufu Shidara's got the lead. You see Anto jump very quickly into P2. And then we got Pigeons here in P3. So losing a couple spots right off the race start. Supra's not the best car off the launch. We all know that. We got Ibra here in P4. And you can see right behind Ibra there is Monkey Mafia. So Monkey Mafia losing that spot to Ibra off the race start there, but settled into the race, and it's game on. Monkey Mafia in P5, and you can see it's just a tail of cars in behind these guys. Obviously very early on in the race here, so Monkey Mafia got a little bit of a gap on driver Bar 27, but not out of that slipstream yet. So Bar 27 in 6th place here after the race start there. Good clean start by these drivers as well. Hair Razor's up into P7, so he grabbed a couple spots. You see SpongeBob's going to take a look on the inside here though. And a little bit of, I think a little bit of contact there from maybe Tron Kobe, I'm not sure. We got a little bit of contact there between Hair Razor and Pappy there as well. Now it looked like Pappy turned into Hair Razor a little bit there, so just wasn't aware that he was there potentially. Magic Man here in P9. We see Happy Pappy in 10 there after a little bit of contact with Hair Razor. 90-minute race, ladies and gentlemen, so you know, these guys just got to stay calm, and there is a lot of race left to go. So all the way to P13 here, these guys are there, and then Type R is just a little bit behind of that Toyota FT1. Now, not the interesting car choice for the season, that Toyota FT1. It's a brave choice. Not many guys run it, so we'll have to see how he does. But Bufu Shidara coming around here. Obviously, purple is the first official flying lap of the race here. Is obviously the start lap counts, but it doesn't count because you guys aren't flying at full steam. So this will be our first race pace lap, so to speak. So we'll get an idea to see where all our drivers are sitting after they come around here. But we are going to lose a little bit of the racing information on the screen. Obviously, we believe in fair play here at GT45 Gaming, so when we do our broadcasting, we do keep that information off the screen, so we just don't have that being relayed to drivers. Not saying that it happens, but the potential is there, so it's just something that we do to ensure good, clean, quality racing. So we got Anto here in P2, and you can see Boo Fushidara's got about a 2.5 second gap already on the field here. Now Boo is very proficient in that Porsche, a little bit wide there by Anto. Does a great job though not to lose control of that car on that artificial curbing there. That green stuff on past the rumble strip is very slippery here at Deep Forest, and if you get on the throttle on that stuff, it can absolutely make for a very bad day very, very quickly. Madam Mel coming in with that like and that share. How are you, Madam Mel? I hope you are well. Again, we appreciate all the support from everybody day in and day out. Double share coming in from Dennis Miller as well. Much love, everybody. Madam Mel, another Facebook gamer as well, ladies and gentlemen. Madam Mel Gaming on Facebook Gaming, UK streamer. She just started up. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant Destiny 2 player. Go over and check her out as well, ladies and gentlemen. We always like to make sure we're showing the love to our community just as much as they show love to us. So, yeah. Go say hi to Madam Mel. So Pidgeon's now here in P4, and you can see he's got some pretty good pressure here behind him on Monkey Mafia, but Pidgeon's just might be taking a little bit of a strategy play here. He's just chilling out. And you can see Bar 27 just in behind these two as well, so we got a race going on here, there's no question of a doubt. Now these guys the paces will settle in eventually, but from what we saw in qualifying, we should see a good tight group up front, and then we'll see a good tight group probably in the back half of the field, and we'll just have two really good solid groups of racing. Bar going for the big move, way overshoots that corner, almost takes out the two guys out in front. So Bar making a bold move there and not working out for Bar so well there. Not sure if he just missed a braking point there or what happened there, but yeah, Bar doing a great job not taking anybody out there, but definitely losing him some time on this battle. So now the battle just remains between Pigeons and Monkey Mafia for 4th and 5th place here. And it'll be interesting to see. Oh, Monkey Mafia is looking inside. He's got that apex. Great job there, Monkey by Monkey. Oh, Pigeon's gonna look for the cutback. No, Pigeon's is just chilling here. You can see he's not battling with these guys. The guys are taking the move. He's just going to let them have it. He's just, going to stick behind. A little bit of a mistake there by Monkey Mafia. He looks like he recovered it fairly well. But that's going to give Bar 27 now the chance to catch up. So, a little battle's going to be brewing between these two drivers here. Just a little bit of a mistake. And with the drivers being as close as they are right now, those little mistakes cost you position, unfortunately. So, we are definitely starting to see a little bit of that happening here. Take a little look around the car here. Can only look so much before the camera doesn't want to play nice anymore, but you can see a really great hairpin there by Trone, so it's going to give him a good run here coming up behind Hairraiser. And this is what Hairraiser sees behind him currently right now, as Trone's trying to catch up here. He's got a little bit of a gap though, obviously 1.5 second gap there, so he's just got about a slipstream, but we'll see what Trone can gain on some braking here. And it doesn't appear he does. He actually loses a little bit of time too. Hairraiser up in front. So Tron here, he's got a gap. He's got 3 seconds to SpongeBob. He's just a little bit behind in that Corvette. We then got Happy here, still holding P10 down, doing a great job here in P10. He's just behind SpongeBob there. And then he's got a little bit of an opening behind him. He's got about a 6 second breathing room to Type R, and then Toyota FT1. We got Lone Ghost just behind Type R here as well. 750 just behind a Lone Ghost, and Magic Man just behind these guys. So we got a little bit of grouping up going on here. That's what we like to see. I wish we had TV cameras. We're gonna have to wait for drivers to make a pit stop before we get those TV cameras, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. But it's just the way the game is designed at the moment. So eventually they'll have all that corrected, and then we'll have our normal stuff that we always had on GT Sport here. But right now we just work with what we got to work with. So as soon as the driver makes a full pit stop, we will have full camera use. Don't know why it does that. It's just the way it is. It's bizarre, but we'll see these guys probably make a pit stop at around the 25, 30-minute mark. It's going to be tough to stretch 30 minutes out of these tires. And on these cars for fuel, obviously being a Group 3 car, they use a little bit more fuel. So these drivers really do have to be conscious of the fuel they're using while they're racing. If they want to do this in a two-stop situation, I highly, highly doubt that the drivers are going to be able to do this in a one-stop. Not saying it's impossible, but with the tire and the fuel consumption settings, very improbable. So on board with our race leader here, we'll do a lap around on our hood cam here, GT7 with Boo Fushidara, and he's in that 911 RSR Porsche as well. So you can you can see that he's just chill. He's just short shifting the car right now. Obviously he needs to save fuel. Now obviously the Porsche runs optimal at higher RPM, but in endurance racing, if you try to just run it full out all the time, you're gonna, unfortunately, you're just gonna make an extra one or two more stops in the rest of the field. So you do have to learn how to operate this car at lower RPM and still maintain that speed, which is quite difficult in the Porsche 911 RSR. But Boo Fushidara is very consistent race car driver. He clearly understands how the car works very well, and he does a great job. So 5-second gap from second place Anto right now, but Anto's having a really great race for himself here currently. And we'll move to that driver here in just a minute, folks, as we got Boo coming around the last couple corners here. And that is a tough corner for this Porsche. It really does want to unsettle when you get into the banking of that corner. So great job there by Boo just to keep it together there. I've just started driving the Group 3 911 RSR Porsche myself here recently on GT7 as well, 126.976, and Boo Fushidara is currently holding fastest lap on track with a 126.586 as well. So we're seeing race pace is basically qualifying pace here, so that's good to see. And you can see some really good consistency here from Boo Fushidara. If you look over to the right-hand side middle of the screen, you can see that grouping of time right there. You can see at 126.5, 126.6, a little bit off on that fourth lap with a 127.4, but then right back in there with a 126.7, 126.9. So I mean, he's within 0.7 of a second from best lap to worst lap so far in the race. And consistency like that does really pay off in endurance racing. So for all you guys that are endurance racers out there, you're learning, or maybe you're struggling a little bit, can't figure out why you can't keep up to some of these guys. It's not necessarily that these guys are faster, it's just they're more consistent. So endurance racers out there, the key really to endurance racing is working on consistency, trying to get your laps within 2-3 tenths of a second every single lap of each other. If you can start to do that, you're going to start seeing a lot better result in your endurance racing. So instead of trying to be the fastest guy in the racetrack, because you can be the fastest guy in the racetrack, that's not going to guarantee you're going to win. And we're seeing it right now as we've got Boo Fushidara in first place and our pole sitter Pigeon sitting in P3 here. So there you go, prime example. He's the fastest guy in qualifying, but right now he's not the fastest guy on the racetrack. He's in P3 as opposed to P1. So it's all about consistency. It's all about patience. It's all about good decision making during a race, because you can predict all you want what's going to happen in a race, whether it be a 10-minute race or whether it be a 10-hour race. You just can't predict it. It's unpredictable. Racing situations change things like your strategy, your style. You might be fighting damage for a stint. There's so many things that can play into an endurance racing. So consistency and patience really is the key to success in endurance racing, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you out there that might be struggling with these endurance races, it's all about consistency. It's all about practice. And it's just all about staying calm under pressure no matter what happens. Whether you spin, whether you're being pressured by another driver. If you're being pressured by another driver, you don't have to change your driving style. Hold that racing line. Force that driver to make a move on you. If they make the move on you and you know you've got an hour left of your race, let them go. Follow them for a while. Use them to save fuel. Use them to save tires. Now at the end of that stint, you've got a better race car than they do. You can get that position back going into pit lane, and hopefully with a good pit stop, you come out ahead of that driver, and it's game on. So endurance racing really is about a lot of just patient processing. Patient processing, hit your marks, never panic, and if you can do all those things, you're setting yourself up for success. So, let's go through our field. We don't have TV cameras yet. It's really unfortunate. So, Boo Fushidara in P1. We can. This does allow us to get a really good look at the liveries, however, on these cars while they're in motion. So I do kind of like that about this camera view. We got Ibra here in second place, and he's in the WRX BRZ, that's the BRZ. They're hard to tell apart from each other. You gotta look at the body styles, and those styles are quite a bit different between the two cars. You can see there's a Panasonic automotive on the front there. We got Pidgems here. Pidgems in that Red Bull. He likes to. He's a Red Bull livery guy. He was rocking that last week. It looks really good there. He does a great job with them. They're nice, clean, they're simple. And you can see he's just really patient. He's not forcing the issue. Ibra's still within sight as well, right? So again, we're talking about concise, consistent driving. That's what we're seeing out of Pidgems right now. He's worked his way back up into P3. He's just pacing himself. And we got Anto here as well. He's from the EDA group there. And you can just see that the liveries are just top notch here. But you can see he's got some pressure on him here from bar 27 in 5th place. So while we're looking at the liveries here, we got a little battle developing as well on track. So that's fantastic. So let's stick with this for a minute. Let's see if Bar's going to try and make a move here. No, he's just going to sit in behind. So Bar's starting to settle into the race here a little bit now. He's got it. Oh, if he could have got on the throttle there, he might have had a run on that BMW. Now, we do know that the BMW Z4 is absolutely quick. Very quick car. So if you know how to drive it, you can really utilize it. Just checking on the stream, making sure everything's still happening and bapping and cruising. Everything's looking pretty darn good so far. We love to see it. Beautiful. It's a great little battle here. But again, they're not really battling. Bar is just opting to just sit behind Monkey Mafia here and just chill out. Now, Monkey Mafia is doing a great job here, but as I was saying earlier in the broadcast, these Porsches, they're getting a lot tougher to drive when the tires start to degrade on them. And obviously we're almost 15 minutes into this race at this point, so the tire degradation is going to start to affect these drivers to some point. You can see every driver's having a little bit of an issue now. They're starting to see a little bit of oversteer issue, so that you can see the back ends trying to slide out on these drivers. We got Hair Razor right behind this group here too as well in P6. So we got a nice little juicy battle here developing between 4th, 5th, 6th. And then there's a little bit of a gap between the back half of the field here. So let's just stick with this for a minute here. We're keeping our eye on the radar. We got a little bit of a battle developing for potentially P3 and P2 here soon as well. And of course, Boo's quite a ways up the road right now currently. Now, we see Bar making a move here on Monkey, but Monkey got the better run there again. So great job by Monkey to defend that position. Bar had it briefly, but Monkey Mafia come back out of the corner and took it back. So here we go. Hair Razor on the outside in Monkey slip. Ooh, Monkey getting a little dirt on the tires there. That could be an issue coming into the next corner. Is Bar going to make the move here? Bar's defending. Razor obviously laying off a little bit here. Oh, Monkey's getting a little bit wide there, but great job to keep it there. And again, the power in that Porsche, you can really in low gears, this Porsche is absolutely a fantastic car. And you can see it right there. That Porsche just outgunned that Supra. So here we go, back on it. Now, Hair Razor is also a very smart race car driver. So he's putting pressure on Bar. Bar's trying to put pressure on Monkey Mafia. Monkey Mafia is in a tough spot here right now. He's trying to defend that position. He's got two drivers battling in behind him. Plus, he's got to worry about these two drivers trying to make the move on him. So Monkey Mafia is in a very tough position here. But he's doing a fantastic job as the pressure has been very solid here the last lap and a half. Bar's getting a little bit sideways out of the corner there, but he managed to keep it together. You can see Hair Razor's just kind of chilling there. He's just staying patient. He's going to see what's going to happen between these two up front. He doesn't want to lose them, so he's just staying patient behind. We're going to come back to this battle in a minute here. We got SpongeBob in 7th. We've got Troll and Kobe here in 8th. We've got Type R in 9th place. And you can see Happy Pappy's not far behind there in 10th. Now, bright green car. We've got 750 here as well. He's in a DeWalt car. We've got Anto, who's made a mistake potentially. I thought he might have pit, but we don't have our TV cameras yet. Magic Man is in that Mazda. That is one snazzy looking livery that we see Lone Ghost with here. So back to our leader, Bufu Shidara, still 5.4 second gap, so maintaining that distance. He's not getting any more, but he's not losing any of it. Got Ibra here in 2nd place, and you can see Pigeons is just in the background there, so Pigeons is not letting Ibra get away. He's just kind of pacing him here, and then he's got 7 seconds on bar 27, who's gotten around Monkey Mafia. So just of course as we go through the field, we missed that battle, but it looks like Monkey might have made a mistake maybe potentially, or got a little wider around the corners. He's kind of fallen off these guys a tiny little bit here. See Bar using every square inch of that racetrack there to make sure he gets out of there with a great exit and getting a good run. So Air Razor's working hard, trying to catch that slipstream. Monkey Mafia doing a great job here today. He's having a good race. He's looking good. We've been watching the Monkey Mafia here for the last few weeks here in different various leagues, and his racing just keeps getting better and better. And this is not an easy car to drive, so props to any driver that takes a board shot on track and gets it around the racetrack. It's just not an easy car to drive. It really, really isn't. Tight bars in that Toyota FT1, and again, Happy Pappy's just right there behind him. He's not letting Type R get away at all. Anto in 11th place. Not sure what happened to Anto there. He definitely didn't make a pit stop, so he must have had an incident on the racetrack that we missed, because he was right there running with the front guys. We got 750 starting to catch up to him here in that Aston Martin as well. So take a little peek here at this wall livery. James coming in with that thumbs up. How are you, my guy? Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Lone Ghost here in 14. We're going to get a look at this car here as well. You see a little bit of damage, so you see he's having a little bit of a struggle here today, but that's okay because league racing is all about learning. It's all about gaining seat time and experience. And what a great livery he's got there, actually. That is fantastic. And you can see he's just struggling a little bit. He is a fairly new driver to the game, I do believe. So, and this is a little bit of a lag issue, I think, that he's having more than anything right now. Of course, victim to the GT7 lag bug. Just maybe not a strong connection, which is sometimes the case. That's necessarily the game. Sometimes it is our connection, and that might be the case here today with Lone Ghost. But we'll see if he can make it through here. 90 minutes is a long time, so, and we're only 20 minutes in, so we still have 17 minutes remaining of this race. There is so much racing left to do here yet today. And Boo Fushidara's got a commanding lead here, 6.7 seconds. So he really opened that lead up on second place driver Ibra and third place driver Pigeons. And just looking strong here, so. And you can actually see Boo Fushidara coming up on Lone Ghost here right now. So see how he navigates here. Nice corner there by Boo Fushidara there. And Lone Ghost is, whoa! Woo, he got into that grass a little bit there, and he kind of squirted him out, and it just made a little bit of contact there with Boo Fushidara. Boo doing a great job at managing that there, so it's all good, Lone. Don't worry, my guy. He was trying to get out of the way, and he just caught in that grass, and of course it spit him out. And once you come out of the track with those dirty tires, you don't really have a whole lot of control. The trick there is just get on the brakes, man, and hold them. Hold them, hold them, hold them. We got Ibra in P2. Now we got that battle is starting to brew a little bit here between Ibra and Pigeons. We got our TV crews since we had pit stop now, so now we've got all our camera angles, which is beautiful. We can let the TV crew do what they do best, man, and bring us some absolutely beautiful race angles here. And Ibra in P2 here, so you can see Pigeons is right there. He's in that slipstream, and Ibra's doing everything he can to try and break that slipstream. Now the BRZ is really good, obviously, in these tighter, windier sections, but that Super is going to gain on this BRZ in the straight runs. So once these guys get around these corners here and we get into that tunnel and on that really long straightaway, which we're seeing right now, you're going to see that Super start to pick up here. You can just see the time dripping there at the top left side of the screen, and the live timing board there is 2/10 already. He's going to be 3/10. It's going to be he's almost going to be on him coming into the corner here. 5/10, 4/10, And he's just right there. I mean, you can almost smell that exhaust from that car now. He's that close. Great exit there by Pigeons as well. So Ibra could potentially be in trouble here in the next lap or two if Pigeons can stay tight through the technical sectors. And actually, Ibra coming into pit lane here. So we don't watch the pit stops here on GT7 because it typically causes spectator issues. So that's why we don't watch the pit stops on GT7, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys love seeing those actions and those camera angles. It gives us a really good chance to take a look at deliveries, but for the sake of the broadcast, we just got to do what we got to do. So we got a battle between Hairraiser and Bar 27 here. These two have been battling really good here now too. So Hairraiser's trying to get the inside line here. He's going to force Bar on the outside there. Who's going to get the better run? No, Bar might have the better run out of the corner here, and he does. That outside line does hold quite well in the corner one here, Deep Forest, if you can manage it. So a little bit of coasting and get on the power early, and he managed to hold that position off of Hairraiser for the time being. So Bar 27 maintaining that P3, but you see Hairraiser taking another look there. You got a really nice tight line coming through there. And Bar 27 potentially in trouble here as Hairraiser is all over the back end of that car right now. And here we go again. Hairraiser taking that inside line. Nice tight lines by Hairraiser here. And Bar maybe feeling the pressure a little bit. Tires are a little bit worn out on that car by now. And Hairraiser just trying to force him into a mistake, basically, is what we're seeing here. And Hairraiser now in the slipstream. He's trying to get the run here. Let's see what happens. Of course, it's the exact same car these guys are racing. So the only advantage here is driver skill at this point. And both these drivers are very familiar with racing each other. They're very, very close in skill levels. So this is going to be a good battle here. And Bar 27 holding that position there on the inside line. Great defense, but that's going to give Hairraiser the inside coming around here now. And a big run. Ooh, Hairraiser getting a little bit out of sorts there. He caught that little bit of a dip there, but he did a good job of holding it, not losing too much time. But you can see he has to tuck in behind Bar 27 there. So really unfortunate for Hairraiser, but he's right there. He's got the slipstream. Is Bar going to defend? Hairraiser already making the call. You know what? I'm going to try that outside line here and see if I can make this stick. So Bar taking the inside. Hairraiser's going to look for a cutback here. And no, just doesn't able to get it. Bar 27 having a good exit there. So this is a juicy battle between Hairraiser and Bar 27 here for P3. Fantastic stuff by these two drivers. I do suspect we're going to be seeing a pit stop out of these two guys here within the next couple laps as well. So, but great battle. Absolutely great battle here. We got Vic coming in with that thumbs up as well. How are you, Vic? Much love, my man. And Hairraiser is just giving Bar 27 the business here. He is applying the pressure. Whew, and Bar 27 is answering the call so far. Bar 27 having a great defense here, managing to keep Hairraiser behind him. And I think Hairraiser's opted to stop battling with Bar 27 here and just do the best they can to try and catch that top two pack there with Bufu Shidara, who is trying to run away with the race. 5.9 second lead here as he comes across the line. Pigeon's in second place here, and he's got 14 second gap on third and fourth place drivers. And here we go. Hairraiser finally getting the job done on Bar, but Bar coming back with response. No, Bar going into pit lane. He's like, all right, I have had enough of this. Time to quit battling. Let's get some fresh tires. Let's get some fuel. Let's get into some clean air, and let's get some laps in. So Hairraiser now moving up into P3. Great job there by Hairraiser. Great battle by those two between Hairraiser and Bar 27. And I got to tell you, like I said, they're not unfamiliar with each other. They're used to battling each other, and it shows they're on track. They're very comfortable racing side by side around the racetrack against each other, and they just absolutely provided us a great battle for P3, P4 there. So fantastic stuff. Ibra coming out of his first stop up into P5 here, so he's in a good position. Anto's up into P6. We got Happy up into P7. We got two guys in pit lane here. We got with Bar 27, 715. Oh, we just see Magic Band getting a little bit wide there, just catching that wall. And he knows that there's cars coming around, so he's trying to just stay out of the way of the faster cars coming through here. But he's got her back on track. And he's going to come into pit lane. He's going to get that car sorted out. So we do have Type R here. He's in 13th, and Lone goes from 14th. They're still on track, still putting his time. We'd love to see it. Bufu Shidara, though, is the guy everybody is chasing here today. And we're 26 minutes into this 90-minute enduro here today. So I'm assuming we're probably going to see a lot of guys opting to start on mediums and go two softs, or they're going to push one really long medium and one really long soft stint, but I doubt that. We're probably going to see two stops here from these drivers, so I suspect a longer medium run with two shorter soft runs. And that's just off the top of my head. That's what I would be thinking if I was a driver. I guess depending in the position you're in, you might maybe go soft, medium, soft. But again, qualifying does sometimes change the way you think about what your starting tire is going to be when you come into a race. So air razors flying here in P3 now. We got Trone up at the P4, but Ibra's on fresh tires here, catching up to Trone Kobe. So let's stay on board with Ibra here for a minute, as I do suspect we'll probably be seeing Ibra making a move on Trone here within the next few corners. So again, the car's on fresh tires, where Trone is on older tires. You know, a few laps in now, 19 lap old tires here. So Ibra should have a tire advantage here. You just have to pick and choose your battles where you're going to pass on this track too as well. It's a narrow racetrack in some spots. A lot of the times the best thing to do is to set up through these sectors that we're seeing right now. Get through the winding sectors, get yourself within that slipstream of the driver, get a good exit, and catch them on that straightaway. But Ibra getting the job done there around that long double apex hairpin. So the run up to the tunnel does belong to Ibra, but again, that Supra, it has a better straight line run than that BRZ, so Ibra's going to have to defend here a little bit now from Trone Kobe as they come up this run. And Trone's sitting there thinking whether or not he should try to make the move here, but I think Trone realizes that Ibra's on better tires here, and he's just opting to try and stick with Ibra for as long as he can, get a little bit of slipstream, get Ibra to help him get around the track on those older tires a little bit quicker. But Ibra, you can see quickly pulling away from that Supra now, and you actually see Trone coming into pit lane here. He's like, yeah, okay. Anto is in P6, Bar 27 now in P7 after his pit stop. Happy Pappy in P8, SpongeBob in P9 in that Corvette. Monkey Mafia after his stop here in P10. We got Type R in P11. He's getting a blue flag wave, which means potentially Bufu Shadar catching up. It's Pigeon's catching up here. We got 750 in the Aston Martin here in P12. Magic Man 5500 in 13th, and Lone Ghost in 14th. So race leader is Boo. The big question is how long are these guys going to go? I suspect we're going to see the race leaders pushing for the two-stop race here. And 6.5 second lead on second place driver Pigeons here currently as well. So Bufu Shadar is doing a really great job here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, well, we got a little bit of moment and we got a little bit of a lull in the action. Let's bring up our standings. Alright, so this was from last week at Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, at Tokyo. And this is the results after the race, and of course official standings coming into round 6 here today. So you can see that Doug does have the lead with 79 points, and Keytops is very close behind with 67. Now, both these drivers aren't here today, so very huge implications in the standings today for drivers like Bufu Shidara, who's currently leading the race, 59 points. He's got about a 20-point difference here between him and second place driver Keytop. So this is huge for Bufu Shidara here currently. If the race were to finish where it is right now, Bufu Shidara is back in the conversation for this championship. Bar 27 in 4th place, just behind Boo with 55 points. And then you see Razor right there with 54. Trone Kobe with 45. Monkey Mafia with 40. We've got Redline Canvas, who's not here today as well, with 34 points. You got Ibra sitting in 9th place with 33. And then Type R rounding out the top 10 here with 23 points. So we're going to see these standings really jostle after the race here today, seeing so many of the drivers up in the top half of the standings not on the racetrack. Huge implications for the standings. That's going to really tighten up the standings, and it's just going to make the final half of the season that much more pressure-packed, action-filled. It should really make for some great racing. So is Pigeon's coming in here too? Yeah, Pigeon's is going to follow Bufu Shidara in. So we're going to go along board with Ibra and see if Ibra retains race lead here. He's got 33 seconds to make up on Pigeons and Bufu Shidara. I'm not sure what pit delta is here today, so when I say pit delta, what that means is from the time that you enter pit lane, get your stop, and exit pit lane. That's what we mean by pit delta. So when we say that, that's what we're talking about. So that from the start of pit, from the time you enter pit lane to the time you exit pit lane, unsure how long those stops take. So let's see what happens here. Ibra's coming around right now. Now pit lane exit is just at the end right here, coming into corner 1. And it looks like Ibra is going to get the race lead here. So we see Bufu Shidara coming out in P2, and we're going to see Pigeons come out Yes, he is going to come out in P3, but he picks up a pit line penalty on exit there or on entry, so that is certainly going to hurt Pidgeon's chances catching up to Bufu Shidara right away. 3-second penalty is definitely going to hurt. Bar 27 in 4th place here with Anto starting to try to apply some pressure here in 5th place. So let's stick with this here for a minute. Anto has been having a pretty good race here in that BMW, so let's see what he can do here up against that 19, I believe that's the 97 Supra. I can't remember what Supra that one's in that these guys are in, but it's one of the 4 that are available here in the Group 3 class. So yeah, Anto getting a little bit wide there, getting into that grass, but it didn't seem like it affected his traction too much in that BMW. So you got a really nice corner there. And Bar 27 actually pulling away from Anto just a little bit here. You can see Hair Razor's just off in behind these guys as well. So Hair Razor's still right there. You can see him. So he's going to be in the conversation here eventually, I suspect. Hair Razor's a good fast driver. So I don't think for a second that Hair Razor won't catch up to these guys. I believe he will. Got SpongeBob here in P7. He's having a good race. You can see he's just gotten around Lone Ghost there. We got Tron Kobe in 8th in that Toyota Supra. Got Monkey Mafia here in P9 in that Porsche RSR. So I'm not sure what's happened to Monkey Mafia here. Losing a little bit of the pace here, but still in the top 10. We got Type R here rounding out our top 10 here today, as a matter of fact, so far. That Toyota FT1. Got 750 Aston Martin in 11th place. He's got a 3-second gap from Type R. Happy Pappy just in behind these guys here in 12th place. We got Magic Man 5500 in 13th. And Lone Ghost still on track doing his thing here in 14th place. So fantastic. That's what we like to see. We like to see the drivers putting in the time no matter what the result or the situation is. And Ibra is our race leader here currently. So he's got 10 seconds on Bufu Shidara. So Bufu Shidara's got some work ahead of him here today to close that gap up. But I'm sure he's up to the task. So we'll have to see how he handles that. So we'll stick with Ibra here for a minute. We'll let you jump on board with Ibra here. We're in the right-hand side of this race car here, folks. So a little bit of a different angle for you guys and gals out there. We got Billy McMichael coming in with that thumbs up. How are you, Billy? I hope you're doing well, my guy. And absolutely fantastic job here by our driver so far. Now, long ways to go. We're only a third of the way through a race here today, so anything can happen. 60 more minutes of racing. Woo! We got a good one today, folks. So you can see Happy Pappy just up ahead of Ibra here. So Happy Pappy is at risk of going a lap down here as Ibra's catching up. Really great corner there by Ibra as he should gain a little bit more time on Happy Pappy there. Happy Pappy's doing a great job up ahead here though. Ooh, we got a purple sector out of Ibra here, so Ibra may be challenging his fastest lap here this lap, so this is fantastic. We'll stick with him here, but he is behind Pappy here, so he's might be slowing himself down a little bit here, having to wait for a moment to get around. He's going to take the opportunity here right now. Oh, he's going to float out really wide. He actually forces Pappy into the wall a little bit there. A little unsure why at this point Pappy is fighting the blue flag situation. He needs to just let up a tiny little bit here. There we go. It looks like he did that. So you were able to get around here. So losing a little bit of time getting caught up behind Happy Pappy there, but able to get it done. So Bufu Shidara again in second place here currently. He's trying to catch up to Ibra in first place. Bufu Shidara did lead the first third of this race here in this Porsche 911 RSR. Ooh, I didn't like the way that just looked. Yeah, not bad, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good, brother. We're doing good. Well, not bad is better than not okay, my man. So moving down through the field here, we do have Pidgeons in P3. And he's got about 10-second gap on Bufu Shidara here. So we got some spacing in between our top three drivers. We got 6 seconds to fourth place driver Bar 27. And Bar 27 is doing a pretty good job here. He's got 4.7 seconds on Hair Razor, who's now up into P5. So I'm not sure what happened to the guy that was in between them all here. He might have pit. We have SpongeBob here in P6 now, and you can see him getting a little wiggle there with that Corvette. And the Corvette probably a little tough to get around this racetrack. It's a bit of a wider car, so it requires a little bit more convincing to get around the corners here on the racetrack. Tron Kobe here in the Supra as well in P7. Supra is not so much hard to get around the racetrack as far as getting around the corners goes. Supra is a dangerous car getting back on throttle under, so I mean every car has an advantage and a disadvantage. We see Monkey Mafia here in the Porsche 911 RSR, currently sitting in 8th place, so grabbing position there as well. And this car is a whole different beast than those FR cars altogether. I mean, the FR cars, when you're under braking, you want to coast through your corners. You don't want any throttle because it's going to force you out wide. But in this Porsche, you do want a little tiny bit of throttle control getting around these apexes. It keeps the stability under the car, and it also helps you maintain that speed through the corners. So every car has an advantage and a disadvantage, and you just have to learn each little car's quirks. We got the Toyota FT1 here, another car that's really, really good through technical sectors, lacking some top end speed. But if you can get a good exit out of these technical sectors and really rev this car out, it will go very good in a straight line. 750 in the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is much the same style of car. It requires a lot of high RPMs to get the max power you need out of this car. And again, good through the technical sectors. So cars that aren't so good in a straight line, so to speak, are usually the cars that are really good in turns. And you can see there, just a little bit of coasting, and that just hooked this car right into that corner, made a nice exit there. So every car is different. We got Anto in the BMW Z4 now. This car is a rocket. Great straight line speed. Doesn't like to turn so much though. It has good turning capability, but it's spicy. It wants to slide, so you really got to control your RPMs and your engine braking in this car to really efficiently get it around the racetrack. And we're actually seeing Anto doing a good job. You see a little bit of throttle control there, just to keep him in momentum, to keep that nice tight apex there. So great job by Anto. He's coming up behind that Aston Martin right now at 7. Whoa! Nice job there by Anto, and let's get out to our TV crew for this one. This is a battle right now. Here's Anto's really did a great job at not punting into the back end of that Aston Martin as he was making some mistakes in front there, and you can hear him just screeching around that corner trying to catch back up to Anto there. So a little bit of a push. I think he's a little unsatisfied maybe with Anto there. You see him flashing his headlights, but Anto didn't do anything wrong there. So that was a pretty good battle there for 10th place. So Anto moving up into the top 10, but that Aston is pushing him right there. Happy Pappy in 12th place. The Magic Man 5500 in 13th, and Longo's rounding up the field here, making a little bit of a braking mistake there. So Ibra is still in the lead, and he's actually opening that gap up a little bit here with 11.2 seconds. It was just a little over 10 seconds last time we saw. You can see Happy Pappy a little bit in the distance there. We got Bufu Shidara now here as well, and he's starting to catch up to Pappy. So Bufu Shidara will be navigating around Happy Pappy here soon. And Ibra coming into pit lane, so Ibra is finally making his pit stop here. So it'll be interesting to see where Ibra comes out after that. He's quite low on fuel. So Bufu Shidara is going to retain the race lead here. So Bufu Shidara has a pretty significant lead on third place driver Pigeons here, 10 seconds. So, but Pigeons is also going to move up into P2 here now after that. Pit stop made by Ibra. I lost my train of thought there as we lost the driver. We lost Lone Ghost here. So quite potentially a connection error there, as that is usually the case with Lone Ghost, unfortunately. Hair Razor here back up into P4 now as well. So Ibra's going to come out in P5. We see SpongeBob has made his way into pit lane here as well. So we're going to go with Tron and Monkey Mafia here, who both should gain this position on SpongeBob as well. You can see they do. Tron moving up into P6. Monkey's going to follow him through up into P7 here. But we'll wait till we get around the pit exit here, because you just never know. And yeah, nope, they're going to take that position. So Tron moving up into P6. We got Monkey Mafia back up into P7. Playing a patient game here. He's looking really good. We got 750 rounding out our top 10 here now. SpongeBob just coming out of pit lane, so let's see if he can get back out ahead here of those drivers coming up the straightaway. He does. He comes out in P8. So these guys are coming around this corner at speed though, so he's going to have to do a little bit of defending here. Anto into P11 here. Happy Pappy in P12. Magic in 13th, and we did lose Lone Ghost, so we've lost one of our drivers here today, which is unfortunate. Nice job on that pass. Absolutely, I agree, Paul. How you doing, my guy? That looked tough. River dancing. Hey, facts. Paulie B up in the house. How we doing, Paul? Coming in with that big fat heart on stream, too. Lots of love, my guy. Lots of love. Ooh, Fushidara, 10 seconds ahead of Pigeons. Last time we checked, now 9.5 seconds, so Pigeons shed about half a tenth a second off that race lead, but Ooh, Fushidara has been looking pretty in command here today. We got Pigeons, though. He's fighting. He's a strong driver. He's got a 7-second gap on Bar 27, who's here, currently in P3, and we actually got Bar trying to navigate around Magic Man 5500 here, so it's tough in some of these sectors of the racetrack. These faster guys got to be a little bit patient and wait for the moment that these blue flag guys can let these guys get around. So Magic Man actually making a mistake going into the corner there, so now this should be the time that he lets up on the throttle, which he does. He lets Bar get through, so great job there by Magic Man. Now he's got a Hair Razor coming up behind him, so he's gonna have to do it all over again. His Hair Razor is now coming down on top of Magic Man as well. So here we go, Magic Man 5500 under pressure here by Hair Razor. Hair Razor is going to be the lead lap car here, so we do suspect we're going to see Magic Man cede that position at some point here when Razor catches up, which could very well be under braking into this corner here. And Magic Man 5500 is doing actually a pretty good job of staying on pace there, but Hair Razor does gain on him a little bit there, so he's gonna catch him here in the slipstream. We're gonna see what happens here. We're gonna see how he reacts. And he just lets off the throttle a little bit coming into the corner there, let Hair Razor get around. So doing it perfectly. Great job by Magic Man 5500 there to allow these lead lap guys to get through at the safest opportunity possible. So good job to him there. Blue flags are important in racing, ladies and gentlemen. It is the responsibility of both drivers, not just one driver, both drivers, to navigate that situation safely and efficiently. So Troll and Kobe in P6 here in that Toyota Supra. We got Monkey Mafia in P7. SpongeBob in P8. We got Type R in P9. We got 750 in rounding out our top 10 here today. Anto just behind here in P11. Happy Pappy in 12th. And again, Magic Man 5500 there, as we just seen him allowing some lead lap guys through in 13th place to round out our field here. But Bufu Shidara right now is the man everybody's chasing here again this week. So on board with Bufu Shidara for a full onboard lap without me smack talking around here. Enjoy the sights and sounds of Gran Turismo 7. Tim Connolly coming in with the big time, like, my guy, you are the man, my dude. You made my day yesterday. Thank you very much for that, my guy. You really, really did. Benjamin Blake up in the house. What is up, my dude? How are you? All the way from Australia, folks. Tuning in here to check out to see what is going on at the GTRC community. Fantastic. Love to see the support from all over the world coming in with that like as well. Much love, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So Bufu Shidara here in the lead, 8.5 seconds. Now that was at 9.5 seconds, 1 lap to go. So Pidgems in second place has shed another second off of Bufu Shidara here. So Pidgems is starting to put the pressure on a little bit. He's starting to pick up the pace. He's looking to try and close that gap up for that final stint here, this 90-minute race today. So first race here with the GTRC for Pidgems is in the GT3 series, and we've seen him for his debut last week in the GT4 Sylvia finale. He put on a great display, and he's putting on a great display here tonight. This is an absolutely efficient race car driver, and I'm excited to have him here at the GTRC community. R27 and Hair Razor, and these two are at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I keep telling you, these two are not unfamiliar with each other. This is why. These guys are very similar in pace. They're driving the same car. They've been racing together for many years. They're very comfortable racing each other, and man, have they been putting on a show for us here today. And here we go again, battling for that P3 spot. So, Bar going defensive, Hair Razor going late on the brakes. Is he going to get this done on the outside? Going to be a tough move. No, Bar's going to cut that off. Say thank you very much for that. Nice try. I'm going to take P3 here. Come and get it. So here we go again. Hair Razor trying to get the job done on Bar 27. And you can see he went really wide there to try and get a slingshot move there, but Bar just cutting over to the inside. Is Bar going to go defensive here? I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to stick to this racing line. Now, Ibra's just off in the distance behind these two here in 5th place as well, so Hair Razor getting a pretty good run through that corner there. Ooh, Bar getting into the dirt a little bit there, so we'll see how that handles coming through this sector. And you can see Hair Razor just gaining the time here. A little bit of a trail break there from Bar 27. You can see dirty tires do make a difference on these race cars, and Hair Razor's back on them. So here we go. Battle back on for P3, folks. Hair Razor, Bar 27, staple these two. They battled with each other constantly all season long, and here we go again. I love watching these two battle. It's so much fun. Just checking behind to see where Ibra is on this. Ibra is just off in the background here, so. And I mean, like I said, these cars, they're the same car. They're on the same power settings, they're on the same weight settings, they're potentially on the same tires. We don't know that because we don't have that information up. And it really is coming down to driver skill. Coming down to driver skill between these two drivers. So, very interesting battle. You can see Bar got a good run through there. So, we'll have to see if Hair Razor can gain anything back on him coming into the corner here. And we have a pad driver. Oh, Bar making a mistake. Great recovery by Bar. But that is going to give Hair Razor the move there. So, just as I say that, Bar is the controller pad driver, and of course Hair Razor is on wheel and pedal setup. So we do also have two different styles of driving, battling each other this fantastically as well, ladies and gentlemen. So for all you controller drivers, the pad drivers out there, do not get discouraged, because look at the bang up race these two are having. A little bit of contact there between Bar and Hair Razor. Ooh, and Hair Razor loses it because of that contact, and you're going to see Bar is going to wait. Bar's not going to let it go down like that, so Ibra's going to take P3 here. Yeah, you guys, that's what it's all about right there. Bar realized that he made a mistake. He didn't mean to do it, and out of pure respect and professionalism on the racetrack, Bar stopped and gave that position back. Now, not only did he do that, Bar also stopped out of the way of the other racers, so Bar cost himself P3 there. He gave the position back to Hair Razor, who's now in P4. He wants that clean race back on. So great job, Bar 27 right there. That's what we like to see. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Mistakes happen. This is racing. You're going to make contact sometimes. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make little mental errors, and we're going to see things like that happen. But how you react to that error is everything in league racing, and that's what we expect to see, and that's exactly how it should be. Great job by these two drivers. We love to see the sportsmanship. So, Tron Kobe in P6. Monkey Mafia in P7. Keep in mind, folks, on that note, this is for a championship these guys are battling in, and that's still happening. That is what it's all about right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it's all about. SpongeBob in 8th place, Type R in 9th, 750, still holding out that top 10 in that Aston Martin. And I love the variety of manufacturers that we have in the series here. It's absolutely fantastic. BMW being represented here by Anto. Another Aston by Happy Pappy. We got Magic Man 5500 in the Mazda. We've got Boo in the Porsche. We've got Pidgems in a Supra. We've got a BRZ on track. We've got two old school Supras on track. I mean, it does not get any better. We got another Porsche. We got a Corvette. Like, just fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic. That's what it's all about. Seeing the different cars going up against each other, the different drivers, love it. Tim Connolly coming in with a 500 star bomb. My guy, my guy. Let's get a hashtag Tim up in the chat, everybody. Seriously, much love, my guy. Really appreciate that. Positive vibes, great comms. Thanks for streaming it all. We appreciate you, Tim. We appreciate you. Thank you, my guy. I love the GT500s. Absolutely. Positive vibes, great comms. Hey, thank you, Paul. We appreciate you. Let's get those hashtags, Tim's, up in that Facebook chat, over on the YouTube channels as well. So our race lead is starting to open up again here. Bufu Shidara is starting to open that lead back up. He's gained about 3/4 of a second here in the last couple laps on Pigeons. Now, different cars, they wear tires differently, they drive differently, so it's going to be really interesting to see what the strategy is between these two drivers as we go into the final, well, I mean, we're in the final 30-35 minutes of this race here, so the drivers they're getting tired, they're getting hot, they're getting sticky, they're sweating a little bit, and the action's only going to intensify as this race draws closer. So Ibra in third place here. We just seen him get around Anto. Anto being down the lap here. Hairraiser in P4, so Hairraiser's got ahead of Bars. Obviously you see Bar coming into pit lane, so Bar's going to be on a 3-stop strategy here. Got Tron Colby now moving up, up into P5, pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, I can't get my words right today apparently. In that Toyota Supra, you can see he's a football fan, clearly. We got SpongeBob here in that Corvette, and he's looking good there in that C7, so doing a great job. He's been having fun with this series. You can see that Bar is going to come out just ahead here, so it's going to be interesting to see how we navigate this. Of course, pit and exit coming out right into corner one, so great job there. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Bar didn't mean to make the contact. Bar's having a little bit of a struggle here today, but doing a great job there. He didn't get too loose there, so great job by both drivers. It's a tough pit exit here when you got cars coming on pace. You have to hold that inside line, and unfortunately for the car coming up that straightaway, they just got to take that middle or outside line. But thankfully for that hairpin, it has lots of forgiveness and they're able to take different lines around it. And I mean, these are professional race car drivers, ladies and gentlemen. They got it. So great job by the two guys there. We got Anto here in P10, everybody, and Anto's been looking fantastic here. Z4 is not the easiest car to drive. It's very, very touch and go on the throttle, so he's doing a fantastic job here holding up the top 10 in that BMW. We've got 750 and P11. These guys have been battling back and forth all race long. It's been a lot of fun to watch all the drivers here on track today. We got Type R in the Toyota FT1, so an interesting choice again in cars on track. Just so many different manufacturers represented, different cars. We absolutely love it. Magic Man is a reserve here today, stepping in, filling in for one of the drivers missing here today. And of course we had another driver on track, so we did have 14, but he had a connection error. He did disconnect, so really unfortunate for him, but he did a great job while he was on track. He gave a good solid 45 minutes there before we lost him. And we love to see him coming back week in and week out. He's getting better and better every single week, and that's what it's about. Don't get discouraged, Long Ghost, my man. Keep coming back. We got you. We're going to get you on pace. We're going to get you having fun, my man. So keep putting in that time. We got Pigeons here in second place, and he's trying to catch up to Bufu Shidara. But Bufu Shidara is really showing the dominance of that Porsche 911 RSR here around Deep Forest. And it's kind of surprising because we all know it's a difficult car to drive. We see Pigeons just getting around Monkey Mafia there in the other portion of the field here today too. Now Monkey Mafia was a little bit worried about this car as he was having struggles with it, so we had a little bit of a talk with him before the race started, gave him a couple of pointers on how to keep the car a little bit more stable, I guess, around cornering without using as much brake, to keep the car a little more stable, and it looks like he's really hooked this car up since then. So Monkey Mafia is still having a great race back there in P8, so anyone who takes a Porsche in the league and has to run that all season long, I give him a huge amount of respect. Any MR as far as that goes, because they're very difficult race cars to drive, and these guys are doing a great job. They're learning with them every single race. They're getting better and better with them, and that's what it's all about. Makes it more competitive, makes it more fun for every driver. So, Hairraiser here in P4. He's been having a pretty good race. He was surprisingly off pace in qualifying for Hairraiser as far as Hairraiser goes in this GT3 Championship this season, but he's having a really good race here in P4. I think he's gained about 5 positions overall from the starting position. Tron Colby here in P5. Now, you do see some separation from all the drivers. We are mid-race. Now, typically in these long endurance races, we're going to see that You're going to see lots of really good action for the first 20 minutes of the race, and we should see some really great action for the last 20 minutes of the race. The other middle part of the race is just kind of, the guys are in their paces, they're concentrating, they're just trying not to make mistakes, they're trying to figure out that fuel strategy, they're trying to figure out that tire strategy. They have a lot going on, they're just trying to kind of stay comfortable, keep the cars underneath of them, and hopefully they can give themselves a good enough race car at the end of the race to compete for that next position. So the middle of the race, we always see this a little bit. You just see everything kind of spread out, everybody gets in their paces, everybody starts to find a rhythm at this point in the race, everybody starts getting comfortable. So we're going to start seeing lap times improving. We're going to see battles start happening as we got one starting to develop here between Anto and 750 here for P11 and P10. So let's jump on board with Anto. And you can see he's really short shifting that BMW here right now. And the BMW class here in Gran Turismo 7, typically you can short shift these cars and they don't really lose any of their power range, so it is kind of a benefit of the BMW. But with that being said, super tough on throttle on exit with these BMWs. You really got to feather that throttle. You really got to make sure you got that car in a very straight line before you really give it some power. So it's a difficult car to drive. So he's doing a fantastic job here. The 750 also in that Aston Martin again. That car is really not the best in a straight line, but he's doing a really great job holding that car out in the top 10 here. So let's jump on board with 750 here. He's in that DeWalt Aston Martin. He's got a 1 second penalty for track limit there. That's unfortunate. You can see him pull off the racing line there. And what that does is, that way there, if there's another car coming up to speed, he's not interfering with that car up to speed, and they can get around safely. So great job there by 750 to stay out of the way. And he's hitting the blue flag wave here, so he's got car catching up on him here. Who is it? It does kind of look like, I think that's Pigeons behind him here. Maybe not, maybe not. Alright, let's get back to our TV crew here. Let's let them do what they do. So Drone Kobe in 7th, Monkey Mafia, we were on Anto here. Hair Razor in behind. Okay, so it's Hair Razor. Our 4th place driver is catching up to our 11th place driver Anto and our 10th place driver 750. So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of works into this, because if Anto catches up to 750 before Hair Razor catches up to Anto, that could potentially start a battle between 750 and Anto. Now, there's a different situation with the blue flag situation. If you have two cars that are battling for position and they're getting waved the blue flag, it's actually the responsibility of the driver who's on the lead lap to either find a way around that battle safely or wait. They have the right to that battle for position, so it's very interesting to see what's going to develop here. You can see Anto's trying to catch 750, but Hair Razor's right there, so Anto's going to have to succeed in this position here. We'll see where he does let this happen. You can see it's going to happen right now. Hair Razor's in the slipstream. He's just going to make the move there. Anto's going to stay a little bit wide. And he's just making sure that Hair Razor can stay ahead here. So, great job by Anto to let Hair Razor get around there, not losing any pace himself. That's blue flag drivers don't have to ruin their race just because you got a lead lap car coming up. What we just seen there is exactly how you do it. That was the perfect time for Hair Razor to actually get around the blue flag car there. It was a safe spot, and Anto did a really good job of navigating it and not ruining his own race in the process. Hair Razor diving into pit lane there though, so. But nonetheless, still great job. All the drivers are really doing a fantastic job here today. So huge props to our racers here today. Obviously, they make the show. So they're doing fantastic on the track today. It's been a fantastic, clean race here today. We're really enjoying it. We've seen lots of great stuff here today. We've seen great respect. We've seen great sportsmanship. And we've seen a great race. So Ufu Shidara, 12.9 seconds up. So he is gaining more time on second place driver Pigeons here. It's going to be interesting to see. The Porsche is... he could be using more fuel than that Supra out in behind as well. The Supra does, again, have the ability to short shift without losing a whole lot of power, where the Porsche is the opposite. The more you short shift that Porsche, you are losing so much power out of that car. So, Bufu Shidara kind of in a sense is forced to still keep that car in its power range, which it means it is going to use a little more fuel than he probably wants. So Pigeons here in second place. Monkey Mafia has been behind Pigeons there for quite some time actually. In 8th place there, I believe he is, yes. So he is definitely on pace with the leaders here, just making a mistake somewhere along the way and falling down the lap, unfortunately. Ibra here in P3, he's looking like he's having a good race as well, and we haven't had a chance to speak with Ibra in a while in podium interviews, so we'd love to see him on the podium here today. Bar 27 in 4th place. Ibra is one of those up-and-coming top-tier drivers, ladies and gentlemen. He has everything that you need to be what we like to consider a top split driver. He has the patience, he has the sense, he has the strategy, the fuel common sense in his head. He can do those calculations on the fly, and he does have the pace. So, I mean, he has all the makings of a top split driver as well. So we always enjoy talking to Ibra. He's a very humble gentleman. He's a very nice gentleman. And we love seeing him do well here in the series. A lot of the drivers say he's commentator's favorite. He's not commentator's favorite. I just, you know, there's, in every group of drivers, there's always one or two that really kind of stands out from the rest of them for their patience and their ability to remain calm under any situation. And Ibra's just one of those drivers. Ibra's just one of those drivers, and those are drivers that I look up to. We have one hanging out in the chat here right now with Tim Connolly. He's one of those drivers. The guy never panics. He has such a great attitude on the racetrack, and no matter what happens to him, he just regroups and regains, and he always, because of that mentality, he does very well on the racetrack. And that's a mentality that we try to project across here on the page, because I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, his mentality has 100% changed my mentality on the racetrack, and because of just because of a mentality change on track has changed my race approach. And because my race approach has changed, it's actually improved my racing craft and my pace. So you know, that's why we talk about it. That's why we pick certain drivers out of these groups when we do the commentaries, because that's what I see in these drivers. I see that mentality on the racetrack out of them, and that mentality really is the key to their success. So we like to just make sure that everybody out there, because you know what, we all struggle. We all have our bad days and our good days on the racetrack, and at the end of the day, it really does come down to our mental thought process on the racetrack, on how we handle race situations. And we see more and more improved attitude on the racetrack week in and week out from every single driver, whether they be the fastest driver in the series or the slowest driver in the series. We see these improvements because, you know, these guys work together. They take this knowledge and they pass this knowledge on to each other, and they learn from each other. And that's what makes league racing such a fantastic thing. So GTRC is always looking for drivers, ladies and gentlemen. Just drop a comment if you're interested. We'll get you a Discord invite. We'll get you in there and we'll get you interested. These guys, again, a growing league. They want to get bigger. They want to do more things. They want to give back to the community in a bigger way. So, of course, GT45 Gaming is stepping in. We're going to help out with the GTRC guys. We're trying to help them grow. That's why we stream it to their YouTube channel. Of course, the YouTube channel is slowly growing, so it's working. You know, these guys are posting on their social medias. They have absolutely amazing standings. Everything they do behind the scenes, to the officiating, to setting up the series, is just top notch, ladies and gentlemen. So it really is a great series, and this is, you know, this all started as a group of buddies that just got together on a Saturday afternoon. In this case, on Saturday evening. A lot of the drivers come from the United Kingdom originally here, the founders of the GTRC. So you know, it just started as a group of guys getting together, racing, putting together fun races every day, and it's developed over the years into what we see here today now. A fully fledged league with great racing, great drivers, and just great respect on track in this group. So that's why we're here. That's why we're broadcasting for these guys, because we believe in what they believe in. Richard Watt coming in with the thumbs up. D.90 up in the house. What is up, my guy? D.90 on Facebook Gaming. Definitely go check that legend out, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about a banging good time? D.90 is where you want to be. Every weekday, ladies and gentlemen. Go show the man some love on Facebook Gaming. We love you, D. We definitely love you here. We got Mark coming in as well. Nolander coming in. Ooh, look at the love. You guys are seriously the best. Richard Watt coming in with a 25 star bomb. Let's get some love up in the house for Richard. Let's get a hashtag Richard up in that chat, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are absolutely smashing it today. SpongeBob in 8th place in that C7 Corvette. We have 25 minutes remaining of this race today, folks. And what a race it's been. So we're going to start seeing the drivers making their final pit stops here today. And while these drivers are making those final pit stops, we're going to hopefully see these gaps close up. So Bufo Shadar is 15 seconds in the lead. He has made his final pit stop. Pidgeon's also making his final pit stop here for today, and he's brand new to the GR3 series here today, ladies and gentlemen, and looking fantastic. So in second place with that Toyota Supra, and Ibra here in P3. Again, a very calm, collected race car driver. We're talking about the mental attitude on the racetrack. This guy has it. And he's having a great race here today. P3, he never panics, and he's just doing what he knows how to do here, and he's looking like he's going to have a strong finish. But he's got his work cut out for him, because bar 27 is closing in P4 here. 4.7 seconds, so we're going to be keeping our eye on that gap. Bar 27 is a quick, efficient race car driver too. And of course his buddy, Hair Razor's just behind, about 7.8 seconds. So I really do suspect we're going to see some battles for position here very close to the end of this race. Now, last week's race, we literally had a drag race to the start-finish line in the Sylvia finale, and the difference in that race between first and second place was 3/1000ths of a second. The winner won that race by a splitter, by a front splitter. It was absolutely incredible race those guys had, and we're definitely looking like we're leading into that kind of a race finish here again today. But Bufu Shadara is a very solid driver. A little bit of contact there between Matchman 5500 and 750. Unintentional, of course. We got Type R here rounding out our top 10 in that FT1. So Type R has been really starting to look good in that Toyota FT1 this season. He's starting to round out those top 10 and early mid-pack finishes here so far. We got Anto in P11. He's doing great in that BMW as well. Happy Pappy. Another controller driver, ladies and gentlemen. So doing fantastic here. And in P12, Magic Man 5500, and he's still putting in his paces. You can see he hasn't had the best race here today. You can see the race car is in a little bit of rough shape, but he's still on track, and he is still giving it everything he's got. So you know what? Massive respect there to Magic Man 5500. He's putting in that seat time. He's grabbing that valuable experience, and clearly he's having fun on the racetrack. So that's what we love to see. But Bufu Shadara is flying. I don't know if anybody's got an answer for Bufu Shadara here in the Porsche 911 today. Again, Boo has just been so dominant throughout the past couple of seasons getting into this. He's really found his rhythm here in Gran Turismo Sport and 7. So he's been the guy to beat all season long. Even though he doesn't show it in the standings, he's the guy. He's one of these guys to beat. So he needs his first place finish. This first place finish is absolutely going to put him right back into the fight for the championship here. And we still have 6 rounds remaining for the championship, so there is plenty of racing for these guys yet here as well. We got Nolander Gaming coming in with the like as well. We got Paradise coming in with the thumbs up. Hashtag mental health awareness. Hashtag mental health matters. Absolutely, Tim. DDR Raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. DDR Posse. Hey, yo, Mr. GT. Can I point out that I think your mic has dropped? Hey, sound check. All right, we'll go like that. Is that better, my man? Is that better? Howdy, all up in the hat. Hope you're well. Howdy, Tim. I'm good, my friend. How are you doing, Nolander, my guy? Nolander Gaming on Facebook Gaming as well, ladies and gentlemen. Another cracking commentator slash sim racer. Go check Nolander out. Facebook Gaming, Nolander Gaming. Everybody, go check him out. Show him some love. He's like 4 followers away from that 300 mark too, guys. Just go get him there. Just go get him there. Head over to Nolander Gaming right now and go smash that follow button. Let's get that man his 300 right now. Let's go do it, chat. Nolander Gaming on Facebook. Drop your link in the chat, Nolander. Let's get you to 300 right now, buddy. Drop your link in the chat, my man. Ibra here in P3. And looking good in that BRZ. He's actually opened up 3 more seconds on bar 27. He was in 4th place. He was only 4.6 seconds behind last time we were there. Now he's 7.6. So Ibra's opened up the floodgates a little bit and opened up that gap to P4 drivers. So right now the 3 podium positions are looking pretty good. The drivers just have to be on point. Hair Razor's trying to catch up to bar 27. We see Anto in front and making a mistake there. He's just going to get out of the way, make sure that Hair Razor gets through. Great job by Anto. Tron Colby here in P6. He's having a good race too. Tron Colby is another one of these drivers who's definitely up and coming here in this series and future series coming. We're definitely going to be seeing this guy fighting for podiums in the very near future. He has all the makings of a podium finishing race car driver. He just hasn't put it all together yet. SpongeBob here in P7. Again, another driver who has that potential. All these drivers have that potential. I mean, at the end of the day, every single one of us has this potential. But some of these guys some people, learn faster than others, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. As long as you enjoy the sport and you enjoy being on track and you are willing to learn every day, you're just going to get better and you're just going to have even more fun. So it's always fun when you have good, tight racing. And these guys have been doing a great job here today. Fantastic job. 750 getting some fuel in that car. We don't like to watch the pit stops right now just due to spectator glitch issues. We're trying to avoid them. Last week we ran into that situation and we lost about 5.5 minutes of the race, so we don't want to do that today. Boo Fushidara is looking good here. You know, we've jumped on board with Boo a couple of times. Let's jump on board with our newest driver, Pigeons, here, and let's take a lap around Deep Forest with Pigeons here. This guy's a pretty smooth driver, so I'm actually going to shut my audio off for this and just listen to the way he goes around the racetrack. Listen to a lack of tire squeal, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what really helps you get around a racetrack really quickly. When your tires are squealing, you're losing time. So I'm going to shut up now and let you guys enjoy this lap by Pigeons. He is a smooth driver. Sean coming in with that love. Thank you for that like, my man. Hey, Madam Mel. Much love. We love you too, Noli. That was a really good lap there by Pigeons. Now, we did hear a little bit of tire squealing there, but keep in mind these drivers are on tires that are starting to wear out, and we're actually going to we'll bring that info up for you guys. Now, I'm not going to talk about it obviously, but we'll bring it up later for you guys now, so you can all take a look and see kind of what the strategies and the thought processes between each of our drivers is. So we're just going to move through the field randomly here, and you guys can check it all out. We got about 15 minutes remaining in the race. It's a little bit earlier than I would normally bring the information up, but we got to see what everybody's sitting on here so we can kind of set it up for ourselves to see where the potential battles might end up. Of course, coming to the end of the broadcast, but Bar 27 has stolen fastest lap on track from Boo Fushidara with a 126.316, so that was a great job there by Bar 27. Now, fastest lap points do matter here. Perfect. All right, the link is up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. 4 followers away from 300. That's a pretty important goal for a Facebook creator, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, many of us know this. If you aren't following the Lander Gaming page, do me a favor. Head over there, hit that follow button, turn on those live notifications. Let's get this man to 300 today. So Boo is cruising. I mean, Boo is just up the road here. He's 16.4 seconds ahead of second place driver Pigeons. So, you know, unless he makes a catastrophic error here at this point, I think this should be his race at the end of the day, but it's also his race to lose, being the driver up front. Sometimes you get that big gap, you get complacent, you start to relax a little bit, and bam, you make that mental error, and all of a sudden you got pressure from that driver that you had that big gap on. So even though he's got a comfortable lead right now, it doesn't mean that he can give up on focus. He still needs to be locked in here to bring this home. Now, the pressure of being in first place, as the timer starts to tick down, you get a little bit nervous, you start to sweat a little bit more, you grip that steering wheel a little bit harder, and sometimes that causes you to make mistakes. So you just got to stay cool, calm, collected, hit his marks, and it should be a race win for Boo Fushidara. Pigeon's in second place. He has a 7-second gap on Ibra. Hey, I'm not going to say that this battle is done between these two drivers. Anything can happen here near the end of the race. A great pace by all our drivers here today, so it really is hard to say what's going to happen. Ibra here holding on to P3, 16 seconds from our 4th place driver Hairraiser currently. So right now the top 3 spots are looking safe, but again, that doesn't mean that the drivers can just give up and be like, hey, okay, I got a big gap, I can just sit back, take it easy. That's not the case. You can't give up. You have to make sure you stay focused. You got to keep it locked in. So good job here so far by our leading drivers. Air Racer in P4. Now he's the guy trying to chase down Ibra in P3, so he's got his work cut out for him with a 16-second gap. And with only 14 minutes remaining in the race, it is a tough ask, but we'll see what happens. Bar 27, he's just navigating around Happy Pappy here right now in P5, so he's doing a good job, but he's quite a ways behind Hair Razor here as well. I believe he's had to make an extra stop, so unfortunately for Bar 27, that's probably hurt his chances here today. Throwing Kobe in 6th place. He's been in 6th place pretty much the whole race. He has just been super consistent here today, and he's going to come out with a really great race finish. So good for the points here for Throwing Kobe today. Monkey Mafia, again, you know, I was talking with Monkey Mafia earlier on in the, today before the race when these guys were practicing, and he was a little bit concerned about that first corner in this car, but he really seemed to have dialed it in here as the race has gone on, and he's having a really strong race here today in P7. So, you know, good stuff, Monkey Mafia, but he's got pressure. He's got that Corvette starting to bear down on him here, so we'll have to, we do have some battles starting to develop. I knew that would happen here at the end of the race. The guys are going to start pushing. They're going to try and close up those time differences and try and get that extra position before the race ends. So we'll come back to this real quick. Let's just get back through our field here. We have 750 in 9th place. He's looking solid in that Aston Martin. He's got about 10 seconds on 10th place driver Anto. So Anto's managed to find his way back into the top 10 here. So fantastic job by Anto. Type R is in P11 here. These guys have been doing a great job all day long. Happy Pappy here in P12. We got Magic Man 5500 in P13. He's had a tough race today, but man, he's still there and he is still putting in the work, and that's what we like to see, folks. So great job to Magic Man 5500 as well. Ooh, you can see Boo almost got it wrong there. That car got really sideways on him. He did a fantastic job to gather it up, but that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. You're in the lead, the timer's ticking down, you're starting to think about that instead of focusing on what's going on in front of you. He made a small mental error there, but did a great job of gathering up. If that went the other way, that was Pigeons catching up to him right there. So great job by Bufu Shidara. He's just got to stay calm and just bring it home. Again, Porsche's a tough car to drive after 90 minutes too as well. I mean, we need to keep that in mind. Next goal will be 500, y'all, and when I reach it, I will shave my head on a live stream. Hey, love that. 2 followers away. Love that. Hey, man, that's what we do. We help each other out, man. It's all about the community. It's all about the family. And any way we can help each other out just makes us stronger as a community. So anything we can do, my man. We got Sean Harrison coming in with that thumbs up as well, and Chris coming in with that thumbs up. Much love. Welcome, everybody. Ian Travers coming in with the juicy heart on stream as well. Much love, everybody. I hope everybody's doing fantastic on this beautiful Saturday. Isn't it a beautiful Saturday? I sure hope it is for everybody else as it is for us. Ibra in P3 here. Oh, no! And Ibra making a big mistake coming out of that corner. Huge hit on the front end of that race car. Ooh, that is tough hit for Ibra there. And where's Hair Razor here now? As Hair Razor was, 20 seconds behind. He is going to catch up a good solid 8 seconds here. We just got to wait for the timer to adjust here. So it looks like he's 10 seconds behind Ibra here now. So he gained about 8.5 seconds on Ibra there after that mistake. So, whew. Unfortunate for Ibra, but having just enough time there to not lose that position to 4th place driver Hair Razor. So, oh boy, but the car's going to be hurt now. So that might give Hair Razor an opportunity to really put some pressure on Hair Razor at the end of the race. We got Bar 27 in 5th place. Again, all these drivers are kind of separated here in the mid part of the field, but anything can happen. We got Monkey Mafia up in P7. He's starting to close the gap on Troll and Kobe in P6, and SpongeBob is still right there as well, trying to chase down Monkey Mafia. You can see he's going to be serving a half-second penalty, which is unfortunate. That's going to hurt that run through the tunnel there. 750 in 9th place, looking solid. He's looking strong. Anto in P10. He's just got to bring it home. Type R in P11. Again, good race for Type R here today. He's having a really nice, clean race here today. So good race for Type R. Happy Pappy's having a good race here as well. His controller hasn't died yet, so he's able to finish out the race, it looks like. And Magic Man 5500. Oh, get a little bit sideways. Great save. Great save by Magic Man. Great job, Magic Man 5500. Well done, sir. And back on the road he goes. Just got a little too much grass there, but great job by Magic Man to save that right there. So that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. That was an intense save. Ooh, I bet you he's sweating a little bit. Boo Fushidara, 17 seconds in the lead. You can see he's actually gotten around 6th place driver Tron Kobe. So it looks like we've only got 5 drivers on the lead lap here currently as well, with just over 9 minutes remaining in this race. So let's go find us a battle. Let's go find us a battle. We got no battle. Monkey is here, 6 seconds. We don't really have anything happening here right now, unfortunately, so we'll have to see. We'll give it a couple laps. Hopefully these guys can close each other up a little bit. But Boo Fushidara is commanding lead, 17 seconds. Interesting strategy too. I'm not sure if you guys saw the tire strategy from Boo Fushidara as the race was progressing, but he's had an interesting strategy, and it looks like it's going to pay off here for him. So. Budget Vader, hey, how are you doing? Much love, Budget. How you doing, my guy? Madam Mill, last day. Exclamation point notify. Up in the chat. Turning on all them live notifications. We appreciate you, Madam Mill. Excellent timing on that camera switch. Hey, facts. Facts. Alright, so here we go. Booze needs this. He's 18 points behind 2nd place driver in the standings, Keytops, who's not in the race today, and he's about 22 points behind the current championship leader, Doug Burrow, who's also not in the race today. So this is huge for Boo Fushidara. He is going to gain massive points on those 2 drivers, and that's going to put him right back in the conversation coming into round 7 in 2 weeks for the next race. So Boo Fushidara has put himself in a position to start battling for this championship seriously here again, and it's also going to be good for drivers like Barr and Hairraiser, who are also chasing those guys in 4th, 5th to 6th place in standings. Going to gain some points. So standings are going to tighten up after this week's race, and that is just going to intensify this championship moving into the final half of the season. Hairraiser in P4, he's looking strong here, 8 seconds behind Ibra, so Ibra is struggling a little bit. Obviously we've seen Ibra with a big hit there coming around that corner in that car, so slowly but surely Hairraiser is trying to shred that time down, but he's running out of time. He's got 7 minutes to lose, 8 seconds here, so Bar 27 in 5th place, we got Trone in 6th, and Trone's just had a good consistent race today. He's just nice and steady. Monkey Mafia in 7th place, and I'm thrilled for Monkey Mafia. I know that he wasn't, he was really worried about this corner coming up here at the end of the start-finish line straightaway, and man, he has just got this corner under control here, and he's having a good race, having a fantastic race, so we love to see that. We're just going to watch him navigate this corner. This was the corner. He was really worried about this corner in this car, and he has just absolutely got that corner dialed in. So great job there. So yeah, caution flag up ahead of Monkey Mafia, so not sure if that was Trone or if it was a back marker that spun out in front there, but Trone is just on the back of Boo Fushidara, so Boo Fushidara potentially made a mistake here, as Trone wasn't that close behind him before, so maybe Trone is trying to get his lap back here, and I mean that is allowed, ladies and gentlemen. If he can safely pass Boo Fushidara and maintain pace ahead of him, he is 100% allowed to take that back. So to see if he's going to do that here, that would really spice up this race actually if that was the case. So followers, notify followers. Look at these OGs up in the chat. They are killing it here today. We gotta go take a look here. What do we got? 270 days from Nolander and Nolander Gaming. We got 280 days from Madam Mel. Oh, geez, folks. We're 1 follower away over on Nolander Gaming, everybody. Go ahead and smash that follow. Let's get that guy where he needs to be here today. That would be fantastic. That would absolutely make his and my day, everybody. So thank you so much for those that have already jumped over and smashed that follow button over at Nolander Gaming on Facebook. We're 1 more follower away from that 300 mark for him. Such a huge mark. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen for him. So Pidgeon's here in 2nd. He's taking a 2nd out of Boo Fushidara, but he's 16 seconds behind. He is just it's just not there for him unless Boo makes a mistake. We're at lap 58. We're at 1 hour, 25 minutes in. We got just under 5 minutes remaining. These guys got about 3 laps left in them. and that's going to be it. It's going to be race over. So these guys are going to be looking for this race to be over. They're going to be hot. They're going to be sticky. They're going to want to drink. They're just going to want to chill and relax and take a deep breath and just take in everything that went down in the last 90 minutes. And it should be fun. Can't wait for the podium interviews. You guys are always so well spoken in the interviews. So there is podium interviews at the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. So don't run away right at the end of the race. We are going to talk to our top 3 finishers here today as well. So. And Antos, he's just got that thing humming here in P10, so he's just got to just hit his marks here, and it's going to be a top 10 finish for Anto here today, so he'll be happy with that. Magic Man 5500 struggling just a little bit here. Tires really worn down on these cars. You can see some of the drivers really struggling out the tire wear. It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. It's such a big learning curve in these long endurance races. The drivers have been doing a really great job here today. It's been a fantastic race. A little bit of not so much battling here near the end of the race as the drivers have paced themselves out a little bit here, but nonetheless, it's been a fantastic race. And we can see Trone's actually gotten his lap back from Boo Fushidara. So there we go, folks. Trone Colby in P6 back on the lead lap. So he did get the job done on Boo Fushidara there. So great job by Trone to get back on the lead lap there. We don't see that very often. Love to see that. That's what you call competition. That's some competitive spirit right there. We love it. And Boo Fushidara just navigating around Happy Pappy there as well. So he did lose a little bit of time while navigating around the lap traffic there, but Pigeons is he's a healthy amount behind here. So and of course he's going to have to navigate that lap traffic as well. So again, the race is starting to kind of look like it's settled into where we're going to finish this race here today, but you just never know. Ibra is only 5 seconds ahead of Hair Razor here, so Hair Razor is absolutely pushing the limits here to try and catch up to Ibra for that P3 spot, but you can see he's starting to get a little low on the petrol there as well, so he is going to have to start thinking about that as he's getting around the racetrack. We got Bars now starting to gain in on Hair Razor as well, so Bar 27 starting to gab some time here. Trone is just flying. He's up the road here. He's starting to gap a little bit on Boo Fushidara, so that's fantastic. Staying on that lead lap, ever so important, of course, for any race car driver. They always want to stay on the lead lap. It's just a thing, you know. We got Monkey Mafia in P7. He's doing a really good job here. Hopefully bringing this one home here for him today. I think he'd be pretty happy with that result myself. I could be wrong, but I know I would be after being worried about a race with the car in a certain corner. You know, to come out in the top half of the field, he should feel good about himself for that for sure. We got SpongeBob here in P8. He's been having a good race in that Corvette as well. Again, Corvette not the easiest car to get around the racetrack in this kind of a racetrack. It's a big, wide-bodied car. We need some room to turn. 750 in 9th place, and that Aston's looking sharp out there. That Aston is looking sharp. Anto in the 10th. You can see him a little wide corner there, but he managed to hold it together. And Type R in this FT1 doing a great job in P11. He's getting the blue flag waved at him, so he's got somebody catching up to him there. We got Happy Pappy in 12th. Matchman 5500 in 13th. And we did lose Lone Ghost. We had 14 drivers to start, but he got about half the race in. He did a great job. And Boo Fushidara. So potentially on our last lap here. So we're going to stick with our race leader here just for a moment. He's definitely going to cross the line. So penultimate lap, this will be the final lap here for our race, ladies and gentlemen. So Boo Fushidara is on his final lap. That's it. One more to go, and he's bringing home a checkered flag here. We got Pigeons. He's going to also get that final lap. You can see he's just coming around the final kink here, coming up this long start finish straight away. Lost my words again. So yes, so we got about 40 seconds before that timer runs out, so we're going to see Ibra. Ibra should also get one more lap here. Most certainly he's going to get one more lap here. He's still got 20 seconds to get across the start finish line, so he'll be on his final lap here as well. So let's see if Bar 27. So Hair Razor making a mistake. Bar 27 getting ahead of Hair Razor into P4 here, so there's a development. So Bar 27 now in P4, and is he going to get a final lap here as he's just getting squeezed across that line in time? And Hair Razor just gets across in time as well. So Trone Kobe will be our first finisher, and he is right in front of Boo Fushidara there. So let's go through our field here. Anto coming across in P10, so great job there by Anto. but we do need to get to Bufu Shidara's. He's almost around this lap here, so we're going to see Tron Kobe finish in 6th place just ahead. We're going to see Type R finish in 11th just ahead, but the race winner here is Bufu Shidara. Massive congratulations to Bufu Shidara. Absolutely great race by Bufu Shidara. He was in command the whole race. Led start to finish basically, and showed us that he knows how to drive that Porsche 911 RSR. Pidgeon's coming across in his first race, P2. Great job by Pidgeon. We see Happy Pappy coming across there just behind. Ibra's coming around here right now as well in P3, managing to hold that P3 spot even after that major accident we saw there just a few laps ago. So great job by Ibra to keep his cool, keep his calm, and bring it home for P3. Going to come across the line right here, right now. We got SpongeBob who's going to come across in P8 there as well, just behind Ibra here. So congratulations to Ibra on that P3. Final podium finisher here. Bar get the last lap, getting P4 from Hairraiser. So Bar 27 is going to come across in P4. Great finish for Bar 27 here. Pad driver, ladies and gentlemen. Hairraiser is now coming around, and Hairraiser has ran out of fuel. So Hairraiser has ran out of fuel, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why Bar 27 has gotten that position from Hairraiser. Really unfortunate there for Hairraiser. As you can see, he is just coasting around here, and he's going to get a push there. So a little bit of a push there from 750, I believe it is. Sorry, from Type R. Yeah, no, from 750. And 750 is going to help Hairraiser get across the finish line here. So, you know, we talk about sportsmanship, we talk about respect, ladies and gentlemen. Just yet another example of it right here. Round of applause here for Type R, ladies and gentlemen, helping Hairraiser get that car across the finish line. 5th place finish for Hairraiser with a little bit of help from Type R there back in, I believe he finished 9th place. So congratulations, Type R. And you know, sportsmanship goes so far in this sport, and we've seen a ton of it here today. So great job by these guys. Wow, what a race. 14 drivers started, 13 drivers finished. Our race winner is Bufu Shidara. Our 2nd place driver is TPC Pidgeons, and our 3rd place driver Ibra. So I think there are going to be some very good podium interviews here today. These are 3 very well-spoken drivers. We're not sure about Pidgeons, but judging by his racing, I think he's probably going to be a very well-spoken driver here as well. So it's going to be exciting to hear these guys, see what they have to say. That was an intense race. On all my accounts. Hey, Mr. GT45, we need a Madam Mel link up in the chat as well, my guy. Yeah, get it in there, Mel. Get it in there. Hey, alright, there we go. Thank you, everyone, for helping Nolander achieve his 300 follower goal. I love you guys. You're legends. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I guarantee you guys just made his day right there. He probably has a smile from ear to ear. And I'm sure if you guys pay attention, he'll probably be live at some point today to personally thank everyone, I'm sure, as well. So thank you so much, everybody. Really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You guys are absolutely legendary. That's why you guys are the top community, because we're a big family and we look out for each other. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And everybody who's gone over to GTRC YouTube today and subscribed to their YouTube channel as well, so much love. We do appreciate the support all the way across the board. Tron actually got back. Nice. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was a good race. It was. Good job, everybody, man. That was a fantastic race. So we are going to do some podium interviews. We're going to take this picture here. Here we go. All right, so unfortunately, we don't get race results. It's actually really unfortunate that we don't have that ability yet. But we are just going to flip over to a Be Right Back screen real quick. I'm going to jump in with the drivers, and we'll do podium interviews. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. Unless you're going to jump over to Madam L Gaming and give her a follow, of course. We love you guys. We'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back. We got our drivers up in the podium interviews here. Now, second place driver Pidgems had to run, so he's going to be unable to do his interview here. He's got another race he's actually jumping into here right away. So, congratulations to Pidgems. Great debut for him in the GT3 Championship here at the GTRC, and he's looking good. It looks like he's going to be a good competitor here, so we love to see him on track and hope to see him in the future. But instead of talking to him, we're going to jump and we're actually going to go talk to 750. So 750, are you in the chat, mate?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You know, we've seen a lot of things happen in this long 90-minute race here today at Deep Forest. But the one notable thing that we seen at the end of the race was you opted to give Hair Razor a little bit of help to get across the finish line. And you know, we want to give you a massive shout out, much respect, great sportsmanship by you there to help Hair Razor get down to the finish line there. So talk us through your race, mate. Let us know how the race went for you. How were you feeling out there today? That Aston Martin is a tough race car for this track on those long stretches. It's not the best car in a straight line, but it does a really great job in that middle part of the track. So just talk us through your race today. Let us know how it went for you.
Well, considering I pretty much only jumped on before the race started, I didn't have much time to get familiar with the track and the car at the same time. So, opted for. Can you hear me? So, getting used to it in qualifying because I hadn't run the car on the track during the week or anything. So, there was in the first stint on the hard tires. And then after that, it was just right. I'll try and run mediums and see how that went. Quicker, but then just on this. Oh, sorry, it must be the out of connection here. But as soon as I went on to the softs there for the last two stints, I also underfueled a wee bit just to make sure that I would be able to set fast times. And I actually thought I did well at one point. I got a 126.8, and I was like, maybe I can do this. But underfueling kind of was the sore spot in the last stint. And then that's when I seen Razor having that wee bit of a slow issue. And I was like, well, I don't want him running out, or at least not crossing the line because of fuel. So decided to do. Uh, yeah,
Sorry, we do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. He's just having a little bit of an internet connection issue, so he's kind of dipping in and out there. But he had a good race. You know, you've been that Aston Martin's a tough car, and to have, of course, to pick a car and you have to drive that car for the whole duration of the series. Whether you're happy with your pick or not happy with your initial pick, you do have to get comfortable with that car, and you have to learn how to drive that car. So, how's the transition been with learning the car around these different tracks?
well, I would say in GT Sport, that was actually car. It was the one that and on these kind of legendary tracks, it's a whole different beast. Just that rear wheel drive really loves to try and kick out, so it's getting more familiar with that, plus transitioning back onto the controller instead of the steering wheel. It it, it was an interesting choice, but it's one that I would happily make again because I really do like this car.
Awesome. Well, that's fantastic. And I mean, a top 10 finish, so you definitely can't be displeased by that. You had a really good race. It's a long race. 90-minute races are, they're arduous. They're very arduous. So you did a fantastic job. And again, coming in with that top 10 finish. And again, huge respect and big shout out for giving Hair Razor the push across the finish line there when he ran out of fuel. Big respect for that. And the fans absolutely loved seeing it as well. So congratulations on your race today, man. And can't wait to see what you have for us in a couple of weeks.
Lovely. Thanks very much. And shout out to everybody in the group. It was a brilliant race. Really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, I agree. It was fantastic. And we don't get to talk to 750 very often, so it's nice to talk to some of the different drivers too. Maybe we'll start doing that for one broadcast together. We'll pick a driver out of the field and we'll just have a quick chat with them. Hey, what do you guys think? You guys let me know in the comments below. So we're going to move to our third place finisher here now, Ibra. You hear us talk about Ibra a lot during the broadcast, and again, the biggest reason is because he's one of those drivers who's very cool, calm, collected on the racetrack. He has what I like to call great mental attitude on the racetrack. He never seems to panic. And it was a prime example here near the end of the race. We've seen Ibra coming into that last hairpin before the final couple corners of the race. He got a little bit hooked on that inside curve. It spun him around. He got his nose right into the wall. Hard hit. He just backed it up. He got it back on track. He got back to his rhythm and held down a really great third race finish here. So congratulations, Ibra, to start with. And talk us through your race today.
Yeah, thanks. Well, in qualifier, I didn't put a clean lap because of the traffic, so I wanted to start on the softs to be aggressive. But then at the start of the race, I gained 2 positions. I had a good spell in the first stint, and I kept up the pace, like pretty consistent. I wasn't too concerned with the other drivers, maybe at the beginning of the race, but yeah. On the final stint, I made a mistake to putting softs. That made me less like a lot, and it made me make a mistake. And yeah, I mean, I was amazed that I finished third. I would never expected that. Like seeing the other guys' pace, but I don't know. Like things happen, and I consistency wins, I guess.
Well,
Like, can I say more?
And that's actually kind of, in a sense, you're not wrong there. We were talking about that in the broadcast earlier on as well. Endurance racing is all exactly about that. You could be the fastest driver on the racetrack, but in a 90-minute race, it doesn't mean that's going to be the key to success. The key to success in this endurance racing is patience and staying calm and staying consistent. And you were that today. You were very consistent in that car around the racetrack. You made every driver today made a couple of mental errors at the racetrack that caused them some form of a slide or an incident or a little spin. And it's just how you reacted to that of course, allowed you to have that good race finish at the end. The gap did close up between Hairraiser and you after that. A little bit of a spin coming out of that corner, but of course Hairraiser having the fuel issue, unfortunately for him at the end of the race. But you just got back on the horse, you just got back on the track, and with a little bit of a hurt race car, you still limped that thing around for a third place finish. So again, just really great job. Every week we see a race, you're very consistent, and I don't doubt in the very near future you're going to be a competitor for these podium spots on a regular basis as well. This championship is most certainly getting very skillful, it's getting very heated, and the competition is very thick here. So congratulations on a great race, and I can't wait to see what you're bringing here again in 2 weeks. How do you feel about the next track coming up?
I don't know what the next track is.
Me neither.
So can you
Just give me 1 second, I'll go take a look. Unless one of the officials just wants to step in and save some time here.
Monza.
Monza. Ooh.
Monza. So yeah, it's gonna be a disadvantage for my car. I mean, either I get in a slipstream or I lose many places.
Yeah, Monza, of course, is a very high-speed circuit, and as we all know, those of us that like the BRZ here in Gran Turismo 7, it's not exactly the fastest car on a straight line. So
I mean, yeah, Doug let us know many times.
yes, exactly. Our championship leader coming into round 6 here, Doug Bro, who wasn't in the race, also drives that BRZ, and well, he doesn't have very nice things to say about that car right now, but he's still doing very well with it, as well as yourself. You were doing very well with that car, even with it being very nerfed to the ground, so to speak, right now by the developers of the game. So just continue doing what you're doing. Obviously, the practice is paying off, and you have great pace and consistency. So definitely a key to success for you, and just keep it going, mate. Shoutouts.
Shout out to Doug, because he will, like, I think I gained a position because he was not present. So I'm sorry that he missed this race.
And I'm sure he was sweating bullets watching this race all day long, watching where everybody was finishing, because that championship point standing just got a whole lot tighter after today. So it's going to be one heck of a final half of the season from all you guys, and can't wait to see what you got. So congratulations again on a good third place finish, and I'm sure you're happy to be back on that podium. And Never know. Maybe we'll see that BRZ back on that podium at Monza next race. You just never know.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks.
All right,
Thank you,
cheers. And our race winner, ladies and gentlemen, the man who pretty much just commanded this race from start to finish, starting second on the grid after qualifying, got a fantastic start off that line, and pretty much just didn't look back from that point on. So Bufu Shidara coming across with that Porsche 911, making Porsche really happy here today. So great drive today, Boo. Almost a flawless drive from you there. And talk to us about it. How'd the race go? How'd it feel for you?
Yeah, thanks very much. It was good. I was a bit disappointed with qualifying second. I thought I had the pace to just pit pole, but I think that's probably a blessing in disguise. The Porsche, it's good off the line, but it bogs down a little bit off the start. But being on the dirty side, I just had the right amount of slip to just pull away. Like that launch was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for better. And after that was just really just keeping the gap to Pigeons, Ibra at one point, Bar. Literally, they were just swapping places behind me, and I was just going, just build the gap up nice and gently. Well, first lap just went leather, just try to build that gap, and then after that was just sort of maintaining it, managing it. And then I knew Pigeons. I knew Pigeons was going to be a threat from the Silvio race. I'm going, right, okay, so he was my target. Ibra was also like a I don't know, not a fly in the ointment, but he was a surprise package, and I'm really pleased for him as well. I sort of paced myself, managed the fuel. I knew I wanted to go long, and I wanted to do a two-stop. So managing those mediums in the first sim was really, really key, and towards the end I was really, really struggling. And I was a second and a half, 2 seconds off my best towards the end of the stint. So that happened, and then straight onto the hards. Tried to extend that stint as much as possible so I could have a short stint on the mediums again. I noticed Bar got the fastest lap, which I'm really pleased for him, but in that last I was going, right, I'll spend 4 laps trying to beat it, which just didn't happen. And after that, just trying to keep myself out of trouble with the lap traffic. Trone was catching up on me at one point, which was not bizarre. It was having to let somebody else pass. Nice change, I guess. Yeah, just easy. I say easy. It wasn't easy. Pigeons really did keep me honest, and I was just constantly monitoring the gap between sectors, just going, right, he's caught, I need to push it a little bit harder. I'll extend the gap and he's off again. So just always just maintaining that gap and always aiming to extend it.
Absolutely, and I mean, we all know that the Porsche 911 RSR here on the GT7 platform is a little bit quite a bit trickier to drive than it was on the older platform GT Sport. So clearly, you've got that figured out in the car, and the Porsche 911 also is a very difficult car to fuel save in, because obviously that car requires a high RPM for its power range. And of course, in these 90-minute endurance races, it's not about being as fast as you can. It's about saving your race car. So how do you manage these cars that require high RPM for their power in a 90-minute race like that at the pace you do?
It's a good question, because you're right. The Porsche has got peak power right at the end of the red line, so you've really got to rev the hell out of it to get any sort of forward momentum. And it's, I wouldn't say it's the slowest car in a straight line, but it's not as fast as the BRZ, and the Supra is just monsters it. But it's good out of the corners, so you've got to maximize corner entry, get it turned early, point it in the right direction, and then just mash the throttle and just let that rear weight bias give you all the traction, just launch it down the straight. So the low to medium speed is where it gains it, and after that it's just a case of short shift. From second gear upwards, I'm not revving it out, and then lift and coast into the braking zones. So yeah, just lift, wait, take a bit of a breather, and then apply brakes. That's really it. There's nothing really much to it. If I can, through some of the slower sectors, I might change fuel mixtures at the same time. So it's a little bit busy on the steering wheel.
That it is. As I've just started driving the car myself recently, it's definitely a lot of fun when you get it right. But when you
Oh
get
yeah.
it wrong, boy, oh boy, it makes you pay the price.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a tricky kind that you have to be late on the brakes and you've got to be trail braking to get that nose turned in because of the weight bias rearward. But if you take liberties with it, it will just spin you out. It has no problem being letting you know that it's upset with you because you've done something wrong. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's got its quirks, but it is really rewarding when you get it right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we did notice that in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the race, even the last 10 minutes of the race, we were talking talking to the chat about being in that position, being in first place when you know that you're in the last final remaining laps of a race. And for some drivers, that's kind of when the nerves really start to set in. You start to sweat a little bit. Maybe you start to shake a little bit. You're definitely gripping your steering wheel a little bit harder. How do you manage that when you know that you have a good, sufficient lead? You can't let up. You have to stay focused, but you're still trying to channel all those emotions going through because you know that, in 8 more minutes, as long as I keep it clean, we're going to come home with the win. So how do you manage that while you're on the racetrack? There's so much going on, obviously. When you're in first place, you're commanding the pace, you're trying to lead the pack through. How do you manage those emotional nerves getting near the end of the race?
Oh man, that's a question. Um, I mean, you're right. That always goes through, and it's something that I guess comes with experience. And it's not so much experience of being at the front, just battling with people. Like you can have that pressure anywhere on the grid. If you're chasing somebody, you're being chased. The only thing I do, because I do suffer from it, like anybody else does, it drops in your mind that little voice of doubt in the corner of your mind that says you're going to mess it up. You one mistake here, and that's it. You've ended. Race is over. The only thing I can say is just focus on your next breaking point. So you've been doing something right all race. It doesn't matter what position you're in. You've been doing something all race to get you in the position that you're in. Just keep doing that and just focus on the next breaking point. And all of a sudden, you just find yourself back into that rhythm. And I guess that's really the secret. Just don't break the rhythm. Don't break any of your breaking points and your references. Just keep focusing on those, and the laps just tick on by.
Absolutely, and very well said as well, Boo. I mean, I love interviewing you. You always have such great things to say, and no matter how tough of a question we seem to throw at you, you just got a great response. And we were talking a lot about during the broadcast about mental attitude on the racetrack, and you are one of those drivers that has that mental attitude, no matter what the situation is, no matter what happens, whether you bin it or you get taken out or you make a mistake, you get right back on the horse and you're right back in the fight. So, for some of the drivers out there that are struggling in endurance racing and league racing because they feel like they keep making too many mistakes and it frazzles them, what would be your best recommendation to try and help that mental attitude on the racetrack?
Deep breath. Like whenever you make a mistake, it's don't try and make the time up. It's gone. If you've made a mistake in one corner, you're not going to make it up in the next, or the one after that, or the one after that. Just focus back on your lines, and that's all it is. Just keep focusing on that line. It's in the past. You can't change it. Just focus on your next corner, get that right, and get yourself back into that rhythm. And just don't get frustrated. And it's easy to say, and it's very hard to master. Like whenever
Absolutely.
anybody started out, like me myself, I struggled as well with early doors in sim racing. Somebody nudge you wide, you think that's unfair. You instantly just get heated up, a red mist descends, and yeah, that just ruins your race.
Guilty. Guilty
And
as
it's just,
charged.
yeah, hey, we've all been there. But it just ruins you, ruins your experience with other people. Other people don't really trust you when they're racing with you. It's just a never-ending snowball effect. So the best thing to do is just mental reset. What's happened. Just focus on the next bit and try and make up for it during the race, because the race is long. It doesn't matter whether it's a sprint race of 30 laps or an endurance race like we've just had of 90 minutes. It's long. Anything can happen.
Absolutely. And I mean, racing is racing. A driver makes a mistake and there's a position gain. You're not wrong. So, great answer again by Boo. Thank you for that, Boo. And that's just some insight to Boo Fushidara. And that's why Boo Fushidara is successful week in and week out, because he just, he stays calm and he just focuses on the task at hand. And, that's why we have things like incident reports and all this stuff for these drivers after the fact, because if there is an incident on the racetrack, that can all be settled by stewarding. So, they're all there for that reason. But we did see some great respect on the racetrack today. We definitely like to point that out when we see that during these races. Now, we had a great battle between Bar and Hair Racer pretty much all race long. I mean, those two obviously not very unfamiliar with each other. They race each other constantly. They're very comfortable racing each other. They're side by side a lot through that race. But at one point, Bar, just made a small mistake and just tapped Hair Razor, and unfortunately, Hair Razor couldn't keep together, spun out, and Bar stopped out of the racing line on the racetrack. He let Ibra go by for P3, and waited for Hair Razor to get back on track and take that position back up ahead of Bar, and then Bar race on from there. So, two huge shout-outs today. One, of course, to Bar 27, and of course, one to 750. Going above and beyond the Call of Duty as a race car driver, taking the extra level, taking the extra step to show that extra respect to their fellow competitor and their fellow friends. So just extra special shout out to those two drivers today as well, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we love to see on the racetrack. That's what makes it all worthwhile, is seeing those things. So we just want to make sure we get that out there too as well. And shout outs, Boo.
All the drivers, like some of the new guys that are coming in, are absolutely fantastic. And what you said there, like obviously, when you're racing your own race, you don't see or hear that. So I'll be looking over the replays. But that's some fantastic sportsmanship right there, which is great to see. 750 having him back in, that's great. So hopefully we'll see more of him as well.
Absolutely.
And of course, like Ibra said, big shout out to Doug. I know he couldn't make it today, which is a shame. So hopefully he'll be in for the next one.
And we will be. We all know that Doug loves a good spirited competition, and the points are tight now, so it's competition on for sure. Moving into Monza in a couple of weeks, so great drive, Boo, and you'll be at Monza in 2 weeks, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And how do you feel about Monza with that Porsche?
It'll be what it'll be. I'll focus on my own race and see what happens. I'll give it my best, like always.
Absolutely, and we don't doubt you won't. So, congratulations again to all the drivers on track. Fantastic job by all the drivers. We lost one due to disconnection, but while he was on track, he gave it 110% effort. So, Lone Ghost, great job, dude. We hope to see you again. And just a great job by all our drivers. Huge shout out to the GTRC community and all the staff behind the scenes that makes this happen. Of course, the unsung heroes of these leagues. Without them, we don't have them. So huge shout out to everybody behind the scenes over the GTRC. And great race, guys. Can't wait to see you in 2 weeks.
Look forward to it.
Awesome. Cheers. And you're good to go. Talk away, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, let's do a little race recap. I mean, Boo Fushidara did a pretty good job on race recapping, but there's a lot he didn't see. So, I mean, race start, great race start. A little bit of rubbing here and there between some of the drivers, but everybody got through nice and clean. We've seen a 4-wide battle there through turn 2 as well off the race start, which was fantastic. We've seen great battling between Bar and Hair Razor for the large majority of that race, and they're pretty good friends, and they're used to racing each other. They train together, so it made for really great battling. But at the end of the day, Boo Fushidara really showed dominance here today with that Porsche 911. He's showing he is a guy that is the guy to beat here this season. He is returning and defending champion. So definitely going to have a target on his back moving forward. Now, Doug wasn't in the race, and Keytop's also not in the race today. Two very, very quick drivers were missing in the field today. So that is going to spice things up moving into Monza. Keytops drives GTR. He's got an advantage going to Monza with that straight line speed in that car. So it's going to be interesting to see what Keytops brings. And of course, if Pigeons is back next race as well, he's in that Supra, and we know he's quick. We've seen it already. So he is going to be a threat as well if he makes Monza. But Pigeons coming into his first GT3 Championship race here at the GTRC, guys, absolutely showing that he's got what it takes to try and be a champion here at the GTRC as well. So, I mean, all in all, from start to finish, it was an absolutely beautiful race. We've seen a little bit of everything in this race. We've seen some contact. We've seen some guys cause some guys to spin out. But what we also seen from that was amazing respect and sportsmanship on track. We see a driver push another driver across the start-finish line who runs out of fuel. I mean, when it comes down to watching a sim race, that is a sim race at its finest for 90 minutes here at Deep Forrest Raceway. So everybody coming in and just killing it today, man. I love you guys so much. The support is just overwhelming some days. Guys going over there and hitting that goal for Nolander Gaming. I love you all so much. You guys are absolutely legends for that. Nolander's in the chat thanking everybody. We'll definitely read that in a second as well. And to everybody who's hanging out over on the GTRC YouTube too, man, thank you so much for being here. You're legends. So, if you haven't head over to the GTRC YouTube channel yet, go over to YouTube, search GTRC, and the little graphic you see at the bottom right-hand side of the screen on the stream there, that's what we're looking for. And hit that. Go and throw a sub for these guys my way. We're trying to get these guys to the 100 sub mark so we can have a few perks for their channel. So the quicker we can get it there, the better. Head over, like and share that broadcast out as well would be fantastic. It'll get them so much reach. And hopefully we can get that channel to 100 subs before the end of this GT3 season would be beautiful. As these guys have some really big things coming in the future, and we're not going to say any more than that for right now, but there will be an announcement coming from these guys at the end of one of these races here before the end of the GT3 season, and it's a pretty fantastic announcement. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that as well, ladies and gentlemen. But great race from start to finish. Huge shout out to all the drivers that finished off the podium today. They put on a fantastic race. They put in their paces. They did a great job on the racetrack. And congratulations to our podium finishers. Ibra finishing in P3, of course. Pidgeon's in second place, and Boo Fushidara in first place. So it's been fantastic here today. And let's catch up on comments. We've got 301, great comments. Huge thank you to everyone, my original followers, my new followers, future followers, and Mr. GT45 for helping me out a lot. Of course, there are many who have helped out along the way, but not too many people like to read books. Facts. It's all good, Nolan. We love you, my dude. Thank you also very kindly for your continued support, your All-Stars. I might have followed your Instagram. Awesome. All right, guys, we are going to shut the broadcast down today. I have so much behind the scenes work that I need to catch up on. I have been procrastinating like nobody's business for the last couple of weeks, and it is piled. So we got to get some work done here today. So we're going to shut the broadcast down. We're going to do some work behind the scenes. We're going to get some editing done. We got some announcements we need to make, so we got to get that out there for everybody. And of course, we got to get ready for the OFR race tomorrow. And we're doing a little practice session with Bipolar Express tonight for qualifying for next week's World Cup season. So we'll be offline racing. So if you guys do see us, feel free to jump in, come check out what we're doing over there. See if you guys want to maybe get involved with the GTC World Cup as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a great day. So appreciate everybody coming in. Again, this is presented by the GTRC, the Gran Turismo racing community, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's just been started off as a group of guys. They just got together on a Saturday to race, and it's turned into what we have here today. Now, what you guys just watched, an absolutely fantastic league organized by a fantastic group of guys. Hey, how you doing, Michael? How are you, my guy? How are you today? Over on the YouTube channel, we appreciate you. And I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was on something. It's gone. It's okay. It happens. You know, it happens. But yeah, great job here. Right, presented by the GTRC community. No sponsors currently here for the GTRC. You got a sponsor out there. You're watching a broadcast. You guys like what you see? Hit us up. You can definitely hit me up on GT45 Gaming here through my socials. I got a messenger. I got WhatsApp. We've also got a business email there. If you guys are interested in maybe sponsoring the GTRC community, please let us know, of course, as well. They are looking for sponsorships moving forward into future seasons. Again, they're planning on bigger, better things here. So if you're interested, let us know you want to join. We'll get you a Discord server. Again, you can get a hold of us so many different ways. And lobby shut off, so I guess that's it. We're told that's it. End of race. So we are going to shut the broadcast down. We are streaming on the GTRC YouTube channel. We don't want to put my content on their channel. We just want their channel to have their content to start with. So we're going to shut it down for mainly that reason, but I do have a bunch of work to do today as well. So stay tuned soon. There's announcements coming from GT45 Gaming. I am the host for today, and it's been an absolutely blast, man. We love commentating for these guys. We've been doing it for about 9 months, 10 months now. We've been through a few different seasons and events with these guys, and they're always fantastic. So they have an announcement coming out. They got a mini-series coming soon. Stay tuned for my page and their pages for those as well, because obviously we're going to be registering drivers, and everybody is obviously more than welcome to come in. It's going to be a fun series. You guys are going to love it. So I'm not saying what, I'm not saying when, but it's coming soon. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Absolutely great race, and yeah, we'll see you all soon. So what do we say here at GT45 Gaming Chat? Stay winning. It's the most important thing, man. Keep your head up. If you're having a bad day, it's okay to not be okay. Regroup. Tomorrow's a new day. And we're always here to talk if you need somebody to talk to. So open door policy here at GT45 Gaming. And if I'm unable to sit down and listen and give you that shoulder, somebody else within the community always is. So We have a great community here. We're family here, so don't be scared. If something's bugging you, reach out to us, open up to us, let us help you, and let's get you on track and come race and have some fun with everybody. So much love, much appreciation. Good night, y'all up in the chat. Thank you, bunch of all-stars. And we may be back later tonight. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, we're going to shut the broadcast down. Again, presented by the GTRC community. This was round 6 of their 12-round series. Round 7 will be in 2 weeks' time at Monza. So we'll see you all in 2 weeks' time, same place, same channel. GT45 Gaming out. Peace and love, everybody. See you soon.